The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. The Prime Minister insisting BPL's deal is still on track, saying the transition agreement with Pike is still being sorted out. Davis's latest comments on marital rape. And CARICOM will not get involved in a U.S. spat with China. It's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Duquesa Dean will be joining us. Also this morning, 242 Day, less than a week away. We've got the details about what to expect this year and what you can be doing to show off your Bahamian pride this Monday, the 24th of the second month. February 24th. Then later in business, it's our monthly Chamber Hour series with the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation. We are talking about their big golf tournament for a very special cause. We're going to get details about that this morning. That's all ahead, but first it's time for the Overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, Prime Minister Philip Davis brushing off speculation that the government's energy reform plans have hit a snag, telling reporters that while there were a couple of issues that needed to be settled, they have since been cleared up. His words. Davis speaking to reporters yesterday when asked about the status of government's deal with Pike Corporation to upgrade and manage BPL's transmission and distribution network, saying, quote, "There are no challenges. There are one or two issues that we've cleared up, and everything is still a go. As usual, they are still trying to ensure that the transition agreement is followed by both sides, and there have just been some questions raised." Asked when the deal will be finalized, he said, they've signed off on everything. Quote, "It's only the question of the transitional agreement that is ongoing. I expect it to be completed within the next couple of months." As you may recall, last year, the government announced that it planned to enter into a 25-year agreement with Pike Corporation through its Bahamian management company, Island Grid Solutions, to upgrade and manage BPL's New Providence TND network. The Prime Minister also saying that CARICOM nations will not get involved in a spat between the United States and China over influence in this region. His comment coming after he was asked to respond to a recent letter penned by several members of Congress in the U.S., to Secretary of State Marco Rubio, urging that a high-level delegation be sent to the 48th regular CARICOM meeting. in the heads of government meeting, citing the importance of the region for security and economic purposes and the need to prevent coercion by China. Davis saying, quote, CARICOM is not going to get involved in the geopolitical issues between superpowers. We've always taken a position of being unaligned in respect to those matters, and I think that should continue. Meanwhile, Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell yesterday saying the Bahamas' relationship with China is based on mutual respect and that there is no ideological quid pro quo. His comments coming again after the letter penned to Rubio. He noted the Bahamas' deep cultural and economic ties to the United States. Mitchell said, though, that China does not interfere in the country's internal affairs, and vice versa. Prime Minister Davis pushing back against criticism that his government will not move to criminalize marital rape, asserting that there is no need to describe rape and there are already laws to protect women from violence. Davis acknowledged that marital rape is a very divisive issue. Last month, Attorney General Ryan Pinder said he does not believe the Davis administration, will move forward with an amendment to criminalize marital rape because of the fear that the party may lose votes in the upcoming general election. Prime Minister Davis yesterday saying, quote, I will touch it when I get a full understanding of what the Bahamians as a whole want and not just one group on either side of the divide. The judge assigned to hear the case of a former senior policeman, an attorney, and a police sergeant did not set a trial date as expected yesterday. Justice Dale Fitzpatrick will hear the case of former Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson, attorney Bjorn Ferguson, and Sergeant D'Angelo Roll. The accused appeared before him for a fixture hearing. However, Fitzpatrick adjourned the matter to March 7th. The accused are facing charges stemming from the police investigation into the theft of $1.475 million from an armored car company in November 2023. A man accused of shooting another bus driver during an argument remanded to prison. 34-year-old Kadira Monroe of Fire Trail Road allegedly shot 25-year-old Stephen Colley in the arm on February 11th. The shooting took place on Yamacraw Hill Road around 8:30 a.m. after one of the bus drivers allegedly cut the other off. Police had previously said no one was injured in that incident. Monroe was not required to enter a plea to charges of attempted murder and possession of a firearm with the intent to endanger life when he made his initial appearance before Chief Magistrate Roberta Reckley. The matter was adjourned to April 17th for the presentation of a voluntary bill of indictment. A suspect charged with a drive-by shooting that killed a man, Sedler Ariste, is charged with murder and conspiracy to commit murder in connection to the February 2nd shooting of 34-year-old Kenneth Neely. Ariste is accused of carrying out the murder and taking part in its planning. He was not required to enter pleas to the charges when he appeared before Chief Magistrate Roberta Reckley. The matter has been adjourned to April 24th for the service of a voluntary bill of indictment that will send the case to the Supreme Court. Neely, otherwise known as Swamper, was driving along East Street South when the occupants of a white car riddled his Nissan Cube with bullets. Neely was taken to the hospital where he died on February 7th. And a man who cheated car buyers out of their money jailed for 12 months after he pleaded guilty to fraud by false pretenses. While using a fake Facebook profile, 29-year-old Sean Roberts advertised Honda Fits for sale. Roberts used the accounts of friends and relatives, among them a police officer, to receive the money for the vehicles. His victims made complaints to the police after they realized they had been duped when they never got the cars. Roberts cheated Jasmine Roll out of $2,000, Alan Russell out of $3,000, Petra Prosper out of $2,500. He gave himself up to police last week after police issued a wanted poster. Roberts, who didn't have a lawyer, admitted his crimes at his arraignment before Chief Magistrate Roberta Reckley. He apologized for his actions and begged the court for leniency. Roberts claimed that he was trying to raise money for his 3-year-old son, who has a swollen kidney. The magistrate told Roberts that his actions were unacceptable and noted that he had previous convictions for dishonesty. Overseas, All 80 people on board a Delta Airlines jet that flipped on its roof while landing at Toronto's Pearson Airport have survived. There are injuries, but they're relatively minor. Snow blown by winds gusting to 40 miles per hour when the flight from Minneapolis, carrying 76 people and 4 crew, attempted to land around 2:15 p.m. yesterday. Communications between the tower and the pilot were normal on approach, and it's not clear what went so drastically wrong when the plane touched down. A passenger traveling to Toronto for a paramedics conference saying that the landing was very forceful. Canadian authorities held 2 brief news conferences but provided no details on the crash. Video posted to social media showed the aftermath with the Mitsubishi CRJ 900LR overturned, the fuselage seemingly intact, and firefighters dousing what was left of the fire as passengers climbed out and walked across the tarmac. Delta CEO Ed Bastian saying in a statement that the hearts of the entire global Delta family are with those affected. Toronto Pearson Fire Chief Todd Aitken saying 18 passengers were taken to the hospital. Emergency personnel reached the plane within a few minutes, and Aitken said the response went as planned, saying the runway was dry and there was no crosswind conditions. The top diplomats from Russia and the U.S. meeting today in Saudi Arabia to discuss improving ties and negotiating an end to the war in Ukraine. Talks that represented a rapid and major change in American foreign policy under U.S. President Donald Trump. No Ukrainian officials were present at the meeting, which comes as the beleaguered country is slowly but steadily losing ground against more numerous Russian troops in a grinding war that began nearly 3 years ago. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky saying his country won't accept any outcome from this week's talks if Kyiv doesn't take part. European allies have also expressed concerns they are being sidelined. Beyond Ukraine, the meeting, attended by U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, and other senior officials, is expected to focus on thawing relations between the two countries, whose ties have fallen to their lowest level in decades. It's meant to pave the way for a meeting between Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. And the Vatican says Pope Francis's respiratory infection is presenting a complex clinical picture that will require further hospitalization. Concerns growing now about the increasingly frail health of the 88-year-old pontiff. A Vatican spokesman saying the results of tests conducted in recent days indicate the Pope is suffering from a polymicrobial respiratory tract infection that has necessitated a second change in his drug therapy since being hospitalized Friday. Scientists say these diseases are caused by a mix of viruses, bacteria, fungi, and parasites. There was no time frame given for the hospitalization, which at day 4 has already sidelined Francis for longer than a 2023 hospitalization for pneumonia. In a late update Monday, a spokesperson saying that Francis's condition was stationary and that he had resumed some work activities and reading. It's time for sports, brought to you by Click. The 41st annual Hugh Campbell Invitational Basketball Tournament is off and running. And while there was already an upset in the early games, the St. John's College Giants making sure they weren't going to be the victims. The private school champions ran away from the Telios Christian Cherubims at the F. Adderley Gym, winning 41-30 in a game that really wasn't as close as the final score indicated. The Giants were ahead by as much as 18 points in the second half and then pulled their starters when the game was in the bag. The Giants, coming off a championship run in the BAISS beating the Queen's College Comets 2-1 last week. This week, they turned their focus to Hugh Campbell, where head coach Ashton Baker says the goal is to go all the way. You can read more about it in today's Guardian Sports section. Meanwhile, the University of the Bahamas Mingos men's basketball team hadn't won an international matchup since 2020 and wanted to put a stop to that streak against Millennia Atlantic University Macaws. In an intense game with 7 lead changes and 9 ties, the Mingos prevailed, winning 69-67, ending that international drought. More on that in today's Guardian Sports section as well. From the NFL, 7 more massage therapists have accused Baltimore Ravens kicker Justin Tucker of sexually inappropriate conduct. The Baltimore Banner newspaper website says a total of 16 massage therapists from 8 Baltimore area spas have now shared accounts with the Banner. All said Tucker's actions occurred between 2012 and 2016. The newspaper first reported allegations against Tucker late last month, saying it had spoken with 6 massage therapists who recounted firsthand experiences with him. The number of accusers has more than doubled since. Tucker says after the initial allegations emerged that he has never received any complaints from a massage therapist or been told that he was not welcome at a spa or other place of business. The NFL says it will look into the matter. That's sports, brought to you by Kalik, the beer of the Bahamas, inviting you to Victory Fest 2025, March 1st at Smuggler's Square for an epic celebration of the 2024 Boxing Day and 2025 New Year's Day Junkanoo winners, the Saxon Superstars. The Junkanoo season may be over, but the celebration is just getting started. Enjoy music by Playhouse DJs Little Giant and DJ Tank, and performing live Fan Sean and D-Mac. Celebrating the 4 straight Junkanoo winners, the Saxon Superstars, Saturday, March 1st at Smuggler's Square, and Kalik, the beer of the Bahamas. We've got your first look at weather brought to you by Grosvenor Medical Center. A stationary front across the northwest Bahamas will continue to weaken and dissipate through tonight, while low-level troughing supports isolated showers over the central and southeast Bahamas. Weak high pressure will build behind that front, producing gentle to moderate breezes. Another stronger cold front is expected to move into the northern Bahamas by the end of the week. There remains a slight to moderate risk of rip currents affecting all Atlantic coastlines. For the rest of the week, beachgoers and swimmers should exercise caution in those areas. For today, your forecast, partly cloudy for the northern and northwest Bahamas. We've got between a 10 to 30% of chances of showers, mainly along that front as it moves through. For the central and southeast Bahamas, partly sunny and mild today, becoming cloudy and warm tonight. Only about a 10 to 20% chance of showers in that part of the country. For the northern Bahamas, winds northeast to east at 10 to 15 knots. Light and variable today for the northwest Bahamas, becoming easterly at 10 to 15 knots by this afternoon. For the central and southeast islands, east to southeast at 10 to 15 knots, falling to less than 10 knots occasionally. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs for the extreme northern Bahamas in the very low 80s, around 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. But for the rest of us, around 83, 84 Fahrenheit, 28, 29 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 68, 69 for most of the country. That's about 20 Celsius. But for the extreme northern Bahamas, in the low 60s, as that front has successfully moved through. So about 64 Fahrenheit, 18 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll tell you what to expect with your extended outlook coming up in just a bit. This weather check brought to you by Grosvenor Medical Center. Screening for colorectal cancer should begin at the age of 45. Reduce your risk for colon cancer and schedule your colonoscopy today at reduced prices for the months of March and April at the office of Dr. Harold Munnings, located next to Princess Margaret Hospital. They're offering an even lower price for those who present with their NHI cards. Give them a call today at 328-5550. That's Grosvenor Medical Center. It is time for a break, but when we come back, we're discussing the day's top stories right here on your home for fresh news and smart talk all day. Guardian Radio 96.9.
The end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Do you have uncontrollable debt? Are you ready to make that move to Fidelity for a stress-free future? These loans have a built-in savings plan that pays you unbeatable interest. Ask about our debt consolidation loans today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Spain sounds like this. But with a little Caribbean, it can sound like this. The world needs more Caribbean. And with FedEx, you can ship your products to every corner with increased cargo capabilities, 24/7 shipment tracking, and shipping tools. Take your business worldwide and enjoy life a bit more like us.
Now let me see now. 326 EPIC. Hello? This Epic battery. This Miss Beulah from round the corner. I hear you're selling tires now on Wolf Road too.
Praise the Lord. It's about time. I live Fox Hill and Fire Trail. It's too far.
That ain't all. They open Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Sunday and holiday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
My brother Sam, he's a hacker, and he could go right there and get fixed up.
Call us at 326 EPIC. We ship also to the Family Island.
For fast, reliable, and impactful printing services, look no further. Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life. We stand by our quality products that is second to none. Our affordable pricing and friendly, efficient staff makes Printmasters the ultimate choice for all your printing needs. We can deliver any type of printing services, from banners to booklets to business cards. You name it, we can print it.
Let Printmasters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Looking to elevate your gadget game, or a tech trouble simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows, or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers Know-How Store is the destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patton Street in Palmdale and Caves Village, or call 396-1100.
Attention, valued customers of the Water and Sewage Corporation. We wish to inform you that our office at the Mall of Marathon will be closing on Friday, February 28th, 2025. But don't worry, we are making it easy for you to continue managing your accounts with us from the comfort of your home or on the go. We encourage you to take advantage of our convenient digital payment options. Visit our website at wsc.com.bs to make payments securely. Call us at 302-5630 to pay by phone, or use your preferred financial institution to pay directly. Switching to these online options helps you save time and ensures you never miss a payment. We are here to make your experience as smooth and easy as possible. Thank you for being a valued customer, and we look forward to serving you in new ways.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switch cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at Morning Blend 969 or Facebook.com/Morning Blend 969. Text us 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan. Joining me now, Duquesa Dean. Duquesa, good morning.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, Bahamas.
Great to have you with us.
Good to be here today.
Hope all's going well.
Yeah, it is.
Rainy morning out
It
there.
is. Yeah, it's a beautiful morning, I feel. Nice raindrops for the plants. The plants need the rain.
Well, very much so. Very much so. But
Every farmer is probably happy right now.
I'm sure they need a lot more. But yeah, be careful out there. Some of the roads are slick and some puddles out there. All right, so a lot to talk about this morning. Quite a bit happening in the news. We'll get to that in a bit. But also this morning, we are getting a preview of something we love very much around here. 242 Day, February 24th is next week, Monday. And so we are going to be talking about that. But also just reminding you that you need to show your Bahamian pride every 242 Day.
Yes.
Wear your flag colors, eat Bahamian foods, do something uniquely Bahamian. And we'll talk about more of that coming up in our 8 o'clock hour. That's all ahead. Also this morning, it's our monthly series with the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation, Chamber Hour. And they've got a big golf tournament coming up, and the proceeds from this going for a very worthy cause, FOAM, Families of All Murder Victims.
Yeah.
And we're going to get details about that this morning. So that's all ahead. But right now, let's get into what else is in the news. And in the news, big headline in the Nassau Guardian, PM insists BPL deal still on track. And they're still, he says, working out some transitional agreements. And that as soon as that is worked out, we'll know more about what's going on between the government, BPL, and Pike, and the transmission and distribution network for New Providence. So we've been waiting for this. We've been told it was coming. We've been
Aren't they already
deadlines
working?
have met.
Aren't the trucks here? They're already working.
They're
How do
doing
you
some
work
things.
without a
We've been
deal
wondering
or
that
contract?
for months. But but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So soon. The other big story is the Prime Minister's comments again about marital rape. And we're going to get into that. We're going to have to brace ourselves for that discussion. But we'll get to that in just a bit. There's some other stories that I really want to let you know about it if you don't know about it, and get your reaction to. So we talked about this quite a bit last week, and there was, we told you on Friday that the judge wanted to meet with the parents in this case. This is the father who beat his son after he lied about not having homework. Beat him with a belt, and there were bruises. And lots of people giving their views on that last week. But anyway, there was some resolution to this. So the Nassau Guardian writing about this. A 41-year-old father will not serve jail time for beating his 10-year-old son with a belt for lying about not having homework. The dental technician, whose name has been withheld, was ordered to attend parenting classes for 3 months. Okay? On February 13th, the father pleaded guilty to child cruelty and admitted that he went overboard while disciplining his son. The beating left bruises on the child. Assistant Chief Magistrate Carolyn Vogt Evans making a decision not to impose jail time after speaking to the child, an honor roll student, and the child's mother who reported the incident to the police. Vogt Evans returning the child to his father, who has had primary custody since he was 6 months old. Wow. The child. She also ordered that the mother be allowed to spend every other weekend with her son after she complained that she didn't see him often. This was disputed by the father, though, who said he allowed her to see the child whenever she wanted. The magistrate advised the parents to sort out their differences for the sake of the child after it emerged that the mother had placed her son in another school while the father was in police custody.
Wow. Who doesn't have primary custody? Okay.
Wow. The magistrate ordered him re-enrolled in his initial school. After making her decision, Vogue Evans held hands with the parents and their son and prayed with them.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So when we talked about this last week, lots of different issues were brought up by the public. We got into the corporal punishment debate, which always comes up. But people also saying that this was more than what we were seeing. This is an issue between the mother and the father, and this is the mother overblowing things because of
whatever. Right.
So it's a little bit of everything here.
Yeah.
Right. The father admitted that he went a little bit overboard, or quite a bit overboard.
Yeah.
And obviously the mother had some salty, as some people say,
Yeah,
salty feelings. And
right.
this poor kid.
And she showed it by enrolling the child in a different school.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? Disrupt his whole, he's an honor roll student at another school. So he's obviously doing well.
So the judge using her great discretion there and great judgment.
Yeah, I think so. Going to parenting classes could be a great help.
I think the mother might need to go to them too.
Yeah, she should have ordered for the mother to go as well.
Let's get your quick reaction to that, folks. I think the outcome of this one was the best way to go. And hopefully the father knows not to go overboard. He's got a good kid there.
Right.
You didn't lie to you. You told us that before, didn't you? Kind of lie to you.
Yeah, I did.
Everybody has.
Probably every kid has.
Single, I mean.
So, it just makes me wonder if it was like a accumulation of things that pushed him over the edge and caused the beating to be, what it was. Because if you have a good kid, it's really hard to imagine that one lie would result in such a severe. Or maybe he had a hard day, or I don't know. Maybe there are a number of things.
It's tough if he's a single parent.
Yeah, he's a single parent,
that's tough.
right? And obviously trying to bring up a good kid. He's an honor roll student. He's a man. He's a boy. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Let's get your reaction, folks. 323-6232, 325-4316. 325-4259. Call us toll free, 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. Phone lines are lit up. Oh, boy. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Dean.
Good morning.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Rachel holding on. Thank God for life, ma'am.
Good.
Dwight, you said we talked about this last week, but I think we just ran over it like on the news, but we didn't touch this. And I was waiting for the right time.
We certainly did. Friday morning, we had a long discussion about it.
About this particular case?
Yeah. Maybe you missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it kind of is personal. For me and a lot of us parents out here. And first, I must say, yes, he's a good kid. Also, that's a good judge. She reminded me of one judge. I think he passed away, Roger Gomez or something like that. I don't know if the first name is right, but he was a judge. I think they work around those same kind of cases.
Okay.
Not lenient, but understandable. Because us out here, the public, we ain't get no time to play with parents who joke, people who let old people get hurt and young people get hurt. But not just that, this is an understandable judge, one of them, and I call her a senior judge in my book because I know that name a little while now. And the father, man, yes, the child is a good son on the road. That's a good daddy. Man, when I heard, not really tears, but I felt it for him. And everything was, I was waiting, I was saying, what did the judge do? She said they must come back the evening.
Right.
The mother must come back with the daddy and the child, and that was Friday. I said, wonder Dwight them to come, and this is what I call, what they call it in journalism, when you go back and you bring the rest of it. Although I missed it last week, at least we get the whole full detail now, because I don't know if you had it from last week. And like I say, the daddy's a good daddy. A lot of us grow up out here as parents, them. We ain't had it easy growing up, and some people might say, well, that's abuse, what we went through and stuff like that. But our parents made a sacrifice. Some of us come from single parent, just a mother or whatsoever. And in spite of my disability, and it ain't nothing to do with disabled, it's us parents, fathers. People that hit the father side and say, well, we ain't no good and we this and that. But a lot of us out here really striving with our children, and we want the best for them. And that experience what he went through in court, how much else daddies going through that out here? With a little boy or the little girl say they ain't get on with, and sometimes they either just forget it or be in mischief. And what it hurt you so much, I understand, Father. You feel disrespected, like you let them play the video games, have fun all weekend, and priority first is having good grades and doing whatsoever homework and what the teacher asks. So I think us fathers, not fathers only, but parents, we need to control ourselves. We go overboard sometimes. We need to stop the hitting. Although we grow up from that little hitting or abuse or really getting beat bad. There's many different ways I have learned. I don't know, maybe some of y'all would agree, to punish. Different from hitting.
Yeah.
You
And that's the
understand what
point,
I
right.
feel good, the whole case, that was kind of shit good. And I hope we use it, for example, out here. And like they say, you have to go to parent class. I say, sir, the concept is Jesus Christ. You talk to God about it. Counsel is good. Parenting class is good. But get a little bit of that Jesus inside it, a little bit of that God in it if you believe in it. And stay close to Him. And just let's try to do different things when the children them upset us, because we love them, we want the best for them. We're not to abuse them. I know it's hurt you when you hit or spank or beat your children or something like that, so we need to stop it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. I think for that kid, take the video games away for a month or something. That might have been the better punishment there. Let's take some more calls on this. Don't want to spend too much time. There's a whole lot to talk about on this Tuesday morning. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Are you there? Good morning. Hi, good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
I'm assuming you both are parents in some form.
No, you remember last week that people told me I shouldn't talk about any of these things since I don't have any kids.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. I heard that.
What?
Would you say in some form? Well, sure,
Yeah,
of course.
of course.
Yeah. But you see, there are persons like yourself who can probably be a little bit more convincing to both sides of the story. The one who like how the judge was able to. I wonder why people like for all of their family business to be publicized. I mean, are we that lonely inside that the world has to know all our problems?
You think that's what's happened here? I don't think so. I mean, you go to court.
No, but I mean, it appears to me that they don't mind the public knowing that they are pretty intelligent people. They have this son who's a genius, but yet he's torn between two lovers, and they want the world to see him looking like a
you're
fool.
adding a lot of flourishes to the story. Hey, I mean, you don't necessarily know what stories the press are going to pick
No, but
up.
they're being creative here, that's all. This is creativity at play. We don't know, so we just play around with what we don't know, because what we don't know actually has a lot of knowledge in it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, let's just hope, again, that this will be the last time they have to go before the court, and that this will be an example to other people in similar situations.
Agree.
Right? Use some discretion in everything. Whether you feel compelled to report somebody about something, think about the consequences, right? If you feel compelled to discipline extremely harshly, think about that. And if you feel compelled to lie to your parents, think carefully before you do stupidness.
So there are all sorts of lessons wrapped up in that. So I definitely agree with that. And especially on the part of parents being able to resolve whatever conflicts exist or disagreements exist through conversation and talking things out, regardless of the relationship status, whether you're divorced, whether you've just broken up with your partner, and you share a child. The responsibility to take care of the child should trump everything else. So if there are disagreements, find a way to sit down and work those through. Find a way to not allow your anger or hatred or whatever those emotions come up to get in the way of what's best for your child.
I say using that advice on myself. Think before I say what I'm about to say. I don't think I should. Or should I?
You should.
No, don't get me in trouble. I was going to say, I think the mom is going to need a lot more than prayers from that judge. Just saying.
She should have ordered
These are some very
counseling,
odd
too.
actions on her part.
Yeah.
But anyway, hopefully she will get some help as well. Good morning, caller. You are on the air. Hi, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Dwight.
Hi.
Good morning to you and your guest. Hi, good morning to the Bahamas. Dwight, listen, this is my other rate situation. We got to deal with this.
Okay, we're going to get to that in a second. Can
you hear me, Dwight?
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a second. We're not there yet. We can get to that in a bit. Because once we start that'll be the end of the show. One more call on this. I do want to move on. I want to read these messages and get to another big story that is causing my head to want to explode. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Are you there? Hi, good morning. Caller, good morning. We can hear you. Hi. You're live. Turn on your radio for us, please. Turn on your radio for us, please. Good morning. Okay. All right. Let's read these messages. These are very random messages. The mother should have gotten parenting classes as well. That's the only thing I would have done differently. Yeah. I agree. The mother should have been ordered, another one, should have been ordered to go to parenting classes as well, as she has shown that she wasn't ready for parenthood by giving up the child at 6 months. The father, yes, does need some more support so as to become a better disciplinarian, as it is a father's role to discipline his children so they can become upright Bahamian adults. My job as a dad is to maintain balance. Sometimes finding that line of balance is difficult, but the intent is always genuine.
That's true.
The 10-year-old boy on the honor roll and the mother then changed the school. So why are some of these women so spiteful and petty? That's a good father, a good daddy.
Yeah.
Thank God the mother allowed the son to be with the father. Mothers in this country need to think about this sometimes. The father is the best parent when they're separated from the children to be with. You mean this father, because it's not going to be across the board.
Right.
But many will be. Yeah. Many will be a better option than the mothers.
This is true.
Plenty will be a better option, but not everyone.
Right.
Let's not be stupid. And not every mother is a good mother. Ah, boy. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, let's move on. So, you remember this last week? You remember? The gunshots, the bus drivers, and all that stuff there. You remember? Let me refresh your memories on what we were told by the police and the Minister of Energy and Transport when this happened last week. You remember? All right. So, this was from the police. Police investigate shooting incident. Police are investigating a shooting incident allegedly involving public service drivers that occurred on Tuesday, the 11th of February on Yamacraw Hill Road. Preliminary reports indicate that after 8:30 a.m., an altercation broke out between the drivers of two public buses, during which a firearm was discharged. Fortunately, no passengers were injured. Maybe we should have been paying attention to that word. No passengers were injured. An investigation continues. Police are working together with the Ministry of Energy and Transportation to bring closure to this matter. So you got to pay attention to every word the police use, because there will be many things said and what they don't say.
Right.
And then the Ministry of Energy and Transport issued a long statement, but with as little information as that last one. They said the Ministry of Energy and Transport is deeply concerned by reports of a shooting incident on a public bus in the capital today. According to reports, the incident took place in the area of Yamacraw Hill Road and stemmed from an argument between the drivers of two public buses. Now, listen to this. This is from Minister of Energy and Transport, Jo Beth Colby Davis. Fortunately, this is a quote, fortunately, no passenger or bus driver was harmed during this unfortunate incident.
Oh.
However, it is certainly not the atmosphere that we would want to see the public subjected to during their daily commute. No public bus operator or passenger should fear for their safety. We condemn this incident in the strongest terms. Right? Colby Davis again. The public is advised that the ministry is in communication with the Royal Bahamas Police Force as the investigation proceeds. It is the firm position of the government of the Bahamas that public bus transportation must be safe and accessible to all Bahamians.
Safe?
Members of the public are advised that the Road Traffic Department has a vetting process in place for all public franchise holders and bus service drivers. What does that vetting process mean?
What does it mean?
What does that entail? What's your name? Okay, there you go.
What do you do after they get the
keys.
license? Right.
Further, the department has implemented a code of conduct for all public service drivers. The code clearly outlines standards and disciplinary measures, which include the permanent revocation of a public service license. As the shooting represents a serious threat to public safety, the Ministry of Energy and Transport and the Road Traffic Department will take the necessary action once the investigation is completed. Right? Okay. That was a statement last week. Lo and behold, in the Nassau Guardian today.
On page A5.
On page A5, bus driver remanded over shooting. Our Artesia Davis writing, a man accused of shooting another bus driver, not shooting at, shooting another bus driver during an argument on Monday remanded to prison. 34-year-old Cadero Monroe of Fire Trail Road allegedly shot 25-year-old Stephen Colley in the arm on February 11th. No bus driver was harmed?
Are you sure it's the same incident?
The shooting took place on Yamacraw Hill Road around 8:30 a.m. after one of the bus drivers allegedly cut the other off. Monroe was not required to enter a plea to charges of attempted murder and possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life when he made his initial appearance before Chief Magistrate Roberto Reckley. The matter has been adjourned to April 17th for the presentation of a voluntary bill of indictment. He shot the bus driver
right. He
for cutting him off.
Wow.
No one was harmed. We're going to investigate.
No, that's real extreme. That's extreme. That's extreme. What do you need to investigate? Someone got shot. That's investigation there.
What is happening? What is going on around here? Maybe he didn't realize it in the adrenaline. He didn't realize till Thursday that he got shot or something. What?
No, I'm sure he realized it on
What the
Tuesday.
heck is happening? He shot him.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is not acceptable. We have to investigate this. We have a code of conduct. Attempted murder.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are jokey.
But I mean,
very jokey.
In saying all of that, though, Dwight, like, yes, there's a code of conduct. Yes, there's a vetting process. But what's done after? Like, how do you maintain order? Like, how do you maintain? And just talking about public safety, Dwight, have you seen the bus drivers and how they drive on the streets of Nassau? That's a public safety issue right there. So where is the enforcement of the law, the traffic law, whatever the requirements are to hold a public service license? How are they being enforced? If they're not being enforced and people understand that there are no consequences, they're going to be cutting each other off.
When you shot somebody, they issue silly statements as
Right.
if you were going to look into this. We can't have them behaving in such bad little boy ways.
What's been done since then to now?
He tried to kill him.
No, but I don't mean about these people. I mean to make sure that what's happening on the streets of the Bahamas with these this type of transportation, that it is structured and safe for Bahamians, not just from guns.
Oh, boy.
What has been done from now to then? You issue a statement. Now we know that this person literally got shot, right? What's what?
Let's hear from you, folks. 323-6232. 325-4316.
Wow.
325-4259. Call us toll free. 242-300-5720. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us. 422-4796. This person's asking, did the bus driver have a valid license to carry a gun? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I doubt it, but it doesn't matter. He shot somebody.
He shot someone.
What you doing? Why would you, right? Anyway, wow. And for what? For cutting him off.
Cutting him off. To get a fare, probably.
Yeah, of course.
What's it? Is it $1? I don't even know.
Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, good morning. You're on the air. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You are on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. How you doing?
Doing well.
That guy who shot the guy in the arm doesn't necessarily mean that you tried to kill him, you know.
Okay. He's charged with attempted murder, though.
Yeah, that's because colored people are something else.
Because what?
If he had a firearm, let's say he had a handgun, you could shoot him anywhere you want to. He had a shotgun, he had enough distance. You could shoot him wherever you want to. He chose to shoot in his arm. In his arm.
Shoot him for what?
Would understand that. That's not attempted murder, Dwight.
Yeah, that's attempted murder. You don't know what could happen. You don't know if you hit a vein. You don't know if you blow my arm off and I bleed out. You don't know. You shoot me, I could potentially die. That is attempted murder. You people are ridiculous. If you shoot me in the toe, you're trying to kill me. You're trying to kill me. Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, caller. You're on the air. No, it doesn't mean he's trying to kill him.
No, because what was the intent? What was the intent behind the shooting?
Just want to show him, teach him a lesson.
Right. What was the
Don't mess
intent?
with me.
Right. I got a gun. He shouldn't even come out with a gun.
You feel good saying that? It doesn't mean he tried to. That could have missed. He could have moved his body. Could have hit him in the chest.
He could have killed the passenger. He could have
Every
shot the
time
gas
someone gets
tank.
shot, I think they should charge him with attempted murder. This grievous harm nonsense is crazy.
No.
You trying to kill me?
Yeah.
You shot at me
Shot me.
and shot me?
Right.
Good morning, caller. You're on the air. Hi, are you there? All right. Hey, folks, stop playing with our phones. Stay on the line. We're going to get to you. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning.
Turn on your radio for us, please. Good morning.
Yeah, sorry about that. Dwight, that's the dumbest statement I ever hear on this radio.
Oh, my God.
I mean, come on, man. If I'm angry with you and I pick up a gun, you think I just trying to make sure what I shooting you for, right? I angry with you. I mean, come on, where these people them living, like you indicated, you could get shot anywhere and bleed out, right? That's attempted murder, right? Because man, look here, hey, these people are sick in this country, and all they try to do is just cover up, right? What if somebody to shoot him in his hand? You think can take it as what he's trying to imply on this radio?
Huh.
No, because if you arguing to the point, if you having a serious argument to the point that I see these bus drivers system just be on, because I just witness it on a daily basis, right? And then I pick out a gun. Well, wow. But Dwight, we have to do some things in this country, Dwight, because this country is getting more sicker and sicker.
Yeah, absolutely. Be afraid. Be very, very afraid.
I'm afraid. Have a nice day.
Thanks a lot. Caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning to Classo.
Good morning.
Baby, sir. Good morning, Bahama. First, I want to say that in reference to the judge and the parent that disciplined the son, yeah, that judge who grew up in Yellow, she got it right. And you don't have to worry about how the mother is feeling, because the boy is an honest student and he still needs parenting and he needs his father there. In reference to the shooting aspect, the issue is that one person is in anger, the other one comes out. We don't know if he came at him. We don't know what the situation was.
Okay. You still can't be shooting people.
Yeah, but right. You ever tried to drive away from somebody and they aggravate you or stop you or try to damage or whatever your vehicle?
No.
Huh?
So you're justifying this? You're saying there could be a...
I'm telling you of a situation what I had. You see what I'm saying?
Did you pull out a gun?
Oh, I shot him.
What now?
I shot him. He's dead. He's dead. Yes, he was a bad boy. He was considered a bad boy.
Oh, dear God. Okay. All right. What I need therapy.
You do.
Yeah, it's a lot that I have to... He said he killed him, man. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
And okay,
Morning, Dwight. Good morning, Degressa.
Morning. How are you?
Boy, these two this morning, I tell you, really astounds me. First, let me publicly state that in the case of the father who disciplined his son, admitted that he went overboard, but while in custody of his father, he was able to be on the honor roll, which I find quite exemplary.
Right.
Because it's very rare that men get a serious rap as not being good fathers or deadbeat dads or whatever. But now here's a father who really cares and loves his child, wants the best for the child. And lying is primarily one of the primary basis for bad behavior. Try to correct it, nip it in the bud. Perhaps he may have had a bad day or whatever. But I don't think his intent would have really been to hurt his child to that level where it warranted the police being called. Having said all of that, I mean, I want to know what is the motive of the mother in all of this. Because to take the child out of a school where this child was excelling and put him into another school while the father is incarcerated or under review, I mean, that's telling for a lot of men in this country. I mean, why is it that this matter was done? There was nothing to do with the school, with the child attending the school. So why would you disrupt
the child in a place of comfort where he's learning, he's getting his education, and yet she would do something like that. That's really baffling to me. Yeah. The second part with this gun situation, this bus and gun situation. First and foremost, was this bus driver legally carrying a weapon? And secondly, why would he pull out that weapon to use in the commission of trying to frighten somebody or something like that? That's another thing that we have to look at. Attempted murder is actually correct. But if he was in the United States right now, to be honest with you, if you watch the court cases, for every single member on that bus at the time when he pulled that gun, he put all their lives at risk. Absolutely. There would have been charges upon charges. Wow. So I want to know what all of the charges were that the court put against this gentleman for pulling that gun.
You heard them. That's it.
What about
we don't know. You all calm down. You heard who it was. Attempted murder. If there was something else, you'd have heard it. That's it.
Yeah, just attempted murder, Dwight, for that one individual. But what about the rest of them?
Right.
The passengers
and
on the bus?
I'm told that there were school children on the bus, so that's endangering the children.
That's endangering everybody on that bus and endangering everybody around that bus.
If they could
there should have been more charges. They should have put him in jail and throw away.
Pile them up.
Thanks for taking my call.
Thanks a lot. Tell them to see if they could get somebody in the U.S. to represent.
Man, listen, someone's saying that they have a rotation system on Road 15A and they are warring like gangs if someone pulls in front of them. How? What is the minister doing about this?
Producers nodding, saying, yep, that's happening.
Yeah, so what's being done?
Well, we have gang legislation, lock them up.
Oh,
we haven't locked up
but
anybody
again,
yet.
another prime example of passing a law and not enforcing a law.
Everyone knows this. Everyone has seen the sidewalk driving. We've seen the
3 lanes, the
3 lanes,
Russians to get in front of the next one. It's crazy.
I've been overtaken by 2 buses at the same time. And I don't mean like one after the other. I meant like one was overtaking and then another bus was overtaking the one overtaking me.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
So, yeah. So what is that?
I don't know.
Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Very pleasant. Good morning, Dwight.
Good morning.
And to your guest, pleasant good morning.
Good morning.
So there were questions prior. To obtain a public service badge, the process entails initially being in possession of a valid Bahamian driver's license. There is an age requirement. Clean police record, clean driving record. There's an interview process. They have people employed by the road traffic department that take you out. So there's the theory and then there's the practical. And for me, when I did it, it's been a while, where they pick a particular site, ask you to take them there. They do their assessments, and based on how that goes, you're then given a public service driver's license. That was the response to that question. But Dwight, it's very easy to see how an incident like this, and we may want to separate. Public transportation is public transportation. If you look at some of the sites, from visitors that come in here that share their experiences, spending their money to allow us to live, basically. Tourism is what it is, in any way, shape, or form, because a lot of the people on the public transportation buses are going to hotels, restaurants, and all of those other things that service our, our cash cow, which is tourism, right? If you talk to a lot of the people in public transportation, there was a mass rollout and distribution of franchises and plates when this new administration came into office, which was necessary. I don't disagree with it. The rollout was horribly flawed. I don't think the due diligence that was required insofar as who we were giving these franchises and plates to was done properly. And that's evident on the feedback from the public and from our visitors that come here. It's very easy to see why the minister, or why it would appear that the minister would want to, or a statement to try to mitigate the severity of what happened, where people were exposed to harm.
I mean, you think the minister knew, because the police really misled us.
Yeah,
I mean, they're talking about no passengers. I mean, I don't know.
I can't, Dwight, while I'm not prepared to speak to that, I can tell you if something happens in this town, 20 seconds later, based on the way that we do things as Bahamians,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody adds their spin to it, we have some familiarity with the circumstances surrounding incidents in this town. Is that a fair statement?
I understand what you're saying.
It circulates ridiculously, and it does.
Mm-hmm.
But we had conversations not that long ago about utilizing what was the old city market, right? There on Market Street North,
Yeah.
where there was a hub, and we'd have some formal system of where the buses would load up, leave for whatever routes that they had to go to, and so there's not this ridiculous competition to I got to get mine. I need to make my money. And you see it. Anybody that traverses our streets, the risk that some of these dudes take for that $1.50 is very serious. Many of those guys work for people and have a quota to make daily, which is no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
It isn't, not in any way, shape, or form. But if you have departments, governmental agencies in place that regulate things like transportation, I'm not saying that it addresses all of the issues, but it might help. You're not out there racing, trying to overtake somebody because at 4 o'clock or at 7:30 in the morning, you know that there are going to be a certain amount of people at a particular bus stop, and that is beneficial to you. It boils down to, in my view, regulation.
And enforcement, not just regulation.
Which is true, but in the
Enforcement.
absence of regulation, what do you enforce?
Okay.
Truly, what do you enforce?
Yeah.
And the idea, whoever it was, to have a central hub where the buses are deployed in a systematic way, it would eliminate this all for me, I got to get mine type of an environment. And if that is absent, issues like this have happened, and they will continue to happen.
Yeah.
That is my humble view of what you guys are reporting this
Thank you
morning.
very much. All right. I got to say, I'm very disappointed with the newspapers. I'm going to get in trouble for this, but this story shouldn't have been inside. This is a front page story.
Yeah.
This is serious stuff. As you said, there are passengers on these buses.
Yeah.
There are children on these
Yeah.
buses. The bus drivers taking out guns to shoot at each other. This is
it's crazy.
the most nightmarish scenario.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
It's like
Wow.
the wild west out there.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly. This is crazy. This is crazy stuff. My God. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio. Stay with us.
What a bunch of clowns. They're joking and they're jiving, they're messing around. We got some jokey leaders. What a bunch of clowns. Hey! What, man? They jokey. They funny do now. Nuts. Come on. When I say a three-ring circus, that's how them clowns is be. Round, you're taking picture with every fool they see.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
RBC. Life is full of twists, turns, and defining moments that create your own unique story. However your story unfolds, we're here to help guide you through it. From every big decision to every new adventure, RBC. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/all of you.
We've got your first good traffic for the morning brought to you by RBC. Find your loan solution with RBC. Got to let you know about some road works going on. We've got on Cowpen Road, beginning at Faith Avenue, heading west, the Faith Avenue traffic light. That's going to be taking place beginning today through to next week, to about Monday. Well, actually, till March 3rd. This is going to be, the work is mainly going to be 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. You're asked to follow the traffic signs in the area or avoid the area entirely if you can. Again, that's expected to begin today on Cowpen Road. In your real-time traffic at this hour, we are seeing heavy traffic as usual. Marla Butler Highway from well south of the Fire Trail roundabout all the way up to Tawny Williams Darling Highway. If you're heading northbound, traffic backed up along Fire Trail both directions, east and westbound at this hour. Faith Avenue also seeing some heavy traffic northbound right now. Over on Gladstone Road, it is a bit more manageable for you, but still busy just north of Fire Trail on the way to the roundabout with Bahamar Boulevard and John F. Kennedy Drive. We're seeing slow-moving traffic on Carmichael, eastbound to Blue Hill Road. Blue Hill is going to be busy for you from about that spot straight up to Independence Drive. And East Street, north and south of the Soldier Road intersection, looking busy for you at this hour as well. Then we've got in eastern New Providence, we've got Prince Charles Drive, the major intersections, heavy traffic, especially westbound. And when you get to Soldier and westbound on Robinson, you are seeing extremely slow-moving traffic there up to East-West Highway. Eastern Road busy for you as well, just east of Fox Hill, straight up to Johnston Road if you're heading westbound. Slow-moving traffic on Fox Hill Road northbound as well. That's what we're seeing right now. That's a real-time traffic and your Morning Blend traffic alert brought to you by RBC, reminding you that you can start a conversation at rc.com/loan/all of you. And we've got another check of your weather for today, brought to you by Easy Car Sales. We've got a stationary front across the northwest Bahamas that continues to weaken and dissipate through tonight, while low-level troughing supports isolated showers over the central southeast Bahamas. Weak high pressure will build behind the front, producing gentle to moderate breezes. Another cold front expected to move into the northern Bahamas by the end of the week. That one will drop temperatures to more comfortable levels. So today we're seeing partly cloudy conditions over the northern and northwest Bahamas, a 10 to 30% chance of showers as that front moves through. And for the central southeast Bahamas today, partly sunny and mild, becoming variably cloudy and warm tonight. High temperatures in the low to mid 80s across most areas, lows in the mid 60s tonight. In your extended outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, variably cloudy in the northern and northwest Bahamas, partly sunny elsewhere, turning fair and mild at night. Thursday, partly cloudy in the northern Bahamas, gradual increase in clouds, partly sunny elsewhere, turning partly cloudy at night in the northwest Bahamas, and mostly fair across the central and southeast Bahamas as that front moves through, a 20% chance of isolated showers. More on the extended outlook in a bit. Weather brought to you by Easy Car Sales. Easy Car Sales turning up the romance with electric vibes. Take a test drive in an EV during the month of February, and you'll be entered to win a 2-night stay at the Grand Hyatt with a $500 resort credit. Visit easy242.com and feel the love from Easy Car Sales this February. We're back with Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with Duquesa Dean. Coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to be talking about 242 Day, which is coming up on the 24th day of the second month. That's February 24th, Monday this year. And we're going to be getting details about how you can celebrate this in just a few minutes. But we continue right now with what's in the news and getting your reaction to this story, which you heard last week that no one had been injured in this shooting that resulted in some altercation between bus drivers. Lo and behold, one of the bus drivers shot the other bus driver and has now been charged with attempted murder. It was like, what? Wait, this escalated pretty quickly. But we were wondering why we were not told the full story last week. Very puzzling. Getting your reaction to it. On the text line, let's go to the text line. You can text us 422-4796. Just really, really, really disturbing. All right, we've got a whole lot of text messages here. The Ministry of Energy and Transport and Joe Beth got caught in a lie, plain and simple. OMG. We wonder if she knew. We don't know. We don't know.
Right.
But the police definitely told us that no passengers were injured.
Maybe that's what they told her.
But she issued a statement saying no passenger, no bus driver. But, we really don't need the police to be talking like this, right? Speak the truth. Speak the truth. Tell us everything. No passengers were injured. Because that's all we care about? Yeah. Come on now. This person says here, I wish there was a hotline to call when we see them with their reckless driving. A lot of them have a number on it. I mean, I've never tried to call.
Their numbers. Yeah.
I mean, their phone number to call.
Yeah,
but,
some
I
of them
mean,
have them.
You ever did it?
Yeah.
I don't
No.
know what happened. Did
No.
their phone even work?
No.
Every day, it's more evident that we are out here on our own as citizens. The criminals and criminally minded are winning. It certainly does seem that way. Okay. Why does it seem that the minister's always in some mix-up and like it was attempted to cover up? Okay, well, this is big. This is bigger than that. This is bigger than that, right? This is serious. This is a lot of people not being truthful. The police especially should have told us that somebody was shot.
Correct.
And again, what about the passengers?
On both buses.
On both buses.
Right.
I mean, right? Nobody was injured, but what is that like
No
to see
physical
somebody
injury, right, say
get
that.
shot?
No
That is
physical
not.
injury.
What do you think? That's something casual? Like, oh well, yeah, I just saw somebody get shoot. Oh yeah, okay, nice.
Could be mental and emotional injuries.
What's for lunch? Like, oh, okay. I'm absolutely frightened by the level of intelligence displayed in this country. How is that not attempted murder? Exactly. Didn't mean to kill him. Just
Right.
wanted
And
to-
then, but
to
what could
show
you
him,
do?
don't mess with me.
Right.
So I shot him in the arm.
Or maybe show the other bus driver. Say maybe he's just making an example. Say,
Tell
this
your
is
friends.
what's gonna happen.
Tell
right.
your friends. Wow. He shot someone for cutting him off. Imagine if someone didn't pay a bus fare. We don't know who cut who off. But
Right.
in any event, somebody cut somebody off and then somebody ended up getting shot. So, wow. Imagine if someone didn't pay a bus fare. But we live in a lawless, slack society, so it is what it is. I think the law is anything from the torso up is attempted murder.
Oh, from the
No,
torso.
let's not even, don't even.
I'm serious because I'm trying
No,
to figure out how that
that-
makes
that-
sense. If you get
and-
shot in your leg, that's
And you hit a vein.
right. That's
and you
like
almost
grievous.
die.
That's like grievous harm.
Okay, well, if that's the law is you know what. Anyway, plain and simple from top to bottom, we lack enforcement. Brighter note, 242 day, bro. Yeah, we're going to get to that in just a bit. Why was the driver not charged for the gun? He was charged with possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life as well. Now, we don't know what type of gun it was. We don't know if he had a license. We don't know that part. But possession of firearm with intent to endanger life. And if it was a handgun, did he have a permit? And that requires special permission from the commissioner of police. Was this another family friend or lover's authorization? I mean, a lot of people have it, permission. A lot of people. And bus drivers, you could make a case if you, I'm sure, because
I don't
they are
know.
carrying money.
Are they allowed to have
If
weapons
you
on the
make the
public?
case,
Ah.
you could, but I don't know. We don't know what the situation is here, and the police need to tell us.
Right. Was it legal? Was he legally in possession of?
A proper bus system with more routes would bring much needed relief to our streets. This country is sick, and I'm so tired.
I mean, it's like the setup for disaster and failure because you're chasing to make a certain quota every day, especially if you're like, I don't know, renting the bus and have to pay that person for the use of the bus, and then you have to make your money over once you've done that. So it's like it's just completely set up for failure.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. This texter says, do you know if... Oh, okay. Where did he get the gun from? Does anybody know? Did he say it was licensed? Did they charge him for illegal weapons?
We want all that information.
What are the charges? The police do roadblocks. It's a big possibility they can find illegal weapons, some license. Okay, we didn't say. Do you know if 2 bus drivers were charged for shooting or 1 if it was reported 2 bus drivers were shooting at each other last week? Yeah, okay. I don't know. Are you listening to this show? I don't know if you're listening to this
One
show.
was
We're talking about the case
charged.
right now,
Yeah,
Dexter.
one
That's
was
exactly the
charged.
case right now, yes. That's what we're saying. Everything is cursed. What? But everything in this cursed but blessed place has been allowed to run amok because visionless and spineless leaders don't give a blankety blank. They actually use the word there. Thanks for that.
That's cute.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, no,
What
that's
if I wasn't paying attention and read the word?
No, that wouldn't have been
Would that have been
cute.
cute?
No,
right,
that
okay.
would not have been cute.
Go to Bermuda and experience their bus system. They are light years ahead of the Bahamas in how their bus system operates.
Man, I say it all the
Probably everywhere in the
time.
world.
If we fix the problems, then how are people going to make money? If we fix the problems, if we do everything according to the books, that's corruption is at the root of it all. Corruption is at the root of it all. We have designated bus stops. The bus drivers don't stop on the bus stops. They would stop right here and then drive up the road and stop again 2 minutes after they stopped the first time.
They're blocking the intersection.
Right? They're not going to pull off the road. Where is the enforcement? You stop at the bus stop. If you break the traffic laws, you should be penalized. There are no penalties. How do we even know that the people driving the buses have public service licenses? Who's checking to make sure that person actually has the appropriate license?
This texter says here, good morning. You know what is sad about situations like this? It's the realization that our leaders in power truly do not care about us and the country. I've been listening to your radio show for years, and you discuss various topics, and I've heard many solutions given on your show. But I've yet to see any of those solutions even being attempted to be implemented by our leaders. If they truly cared, I would think when you are discussing topics like this and giving solutions, that one of them would call in and say, what a great idea, or address the matter directly. It is so disheartening to live in a country with leaders who blatantly demonstrate they just don't care. Well, when they're in opposition, I do get messages from some saying, that's good, that's a good one, right? Then as soon as they get in,
they do nothing.
They don't.
They do nothing with
answer
it.
my calls. Not all. Some do still
And then,
respond.
of course, they can't speak out. They can't speak out. They don't want to become the black sheep. They don't want to be, cornered or whatever. So they are just silent.
This person says, yeah, maybe that's why this was even blown out of proportion due to no, you're talking about the other case. Okay. I have no kids who can be paying VAT and income tax in the future because I'm too lazy to demand better. What's happening? And still, I would rather vote anything other than the PLP or F&M again to give this country a real chance for real change rather than maintain this trajectory. But I often wonder if these Bahamians who do have kids really think about what they are leaving behind for them when they complain about the same people. I don't know who that is, but I suspect that's some foreign dictator who wants, we need one of them, they're saying here, to clean up the place. That doesn't sound like sense, but okay. That caller, the more I think about it, my God, trying to justify shooting someone in a rage. Attempted murder means you intended to inflict harm on someone, and one of the reasonable possibilities of that harm was death. It would be different if one of the bus drivers was out hunting birds and a stray bullet ricocheted off a tree and accidentally hit another bus driver. But in his bus on Yamacraw Hill Road,
yeah, no.
Yeah. Ah, boy, let's just hope he's not on the jury. Oh, my God.
Sad.
This text, you all try to get me in trouble. I'm going to edit this. 3 things are certain in life in the Bahamas: taxes, death, and a certain minister or the police in the cover-up.
Oh, wow. That is deep.
They have the name.
No, we're not going to call the names.
And they're asking about the unified bus system, which, that's just like, that's you'll see a unicorn down Bay Street before you see it.
Correct.
And not a Junkanoo unicorn, like a real unicorn down Bay Street before you get a unified with these folks or any of the other folks, the typical folks. No, I already told you that until you have real local government, don't expect any real meaningful changes to public transportation anywhere in this country.
It's not just dangerous for the people who are riding or using the public system. It's also dangerous for all the other drivers, for people who are on the road trying to get here and there, and they have to drive offensively because of the stupidness that's being done on the streets. Like how 2 buses racing to pick up the same fare? It's insane.
Okay, so this normally I wouldn't read the text like this, but this is because this is real, just inserting foolishness into the conversation. But
Okay.
now you have to wonder,
Okay.
because since the police don't tell us things, is it true that the bus driver was wearing a monitor, an ankle bracelet monitor,
no,
and it
don't
was
say
on
that.
bail for some criminal offense?
No, don't say that.
Now you see, I don't know, but I have to put that out there because who knows?
Wow.
Somebody's got a gun. Someone did get shot. We were told no one got shot. Well, no passengers got shot, and now you have to wonder of everything.
Wow.
Right?
What is that person doing driving a bus? I am
Yeah, we don't know. I'm
confused.
just saying. But
If
but
it is
nothing
so,
would be
right.
nothing would
Nothing-
surprise me
right.
now. Right, boy, this is crazy. This is crazy, and we haven't even touched on the Prime Minister and marital rape. I don't think the blood pressure can handle that one today. We'll have to save that for another day. But just so you know, he wants to get a full understanding of what Bahamians want as a whole on the
What?
marital rape issue.
Oh.
So, and I saw some people sitting on some of the stories on our website and our Facebook page. So they say, well, why don't you try to get a full understanding of how people feel about capital punishment?
Right.
And about
All the
many
other
other
things. Right.
Right? And then do what
Right.
people say since you're waiting for this issue. And will you do that? Don't hold your breath. Boy, and don't forget gambling. They got a full understanding, and yet...
And they did whatever they wanted to do. There you go.
This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. 242 day when we come back, folks. This is Guardian Radio 96.9.
Round you taking picture with every fool they see. When they in the house, they joking, laughing around. All they need is them big shoes. They'll be the perfect clown. Makeup on their face, color in their hair. Big clown nose and them Batman underwear. They bring in carnival so they can joke around. They bring in carnival cause there's a bunch of clowns.
Spain sounds like this. But with a little Caribbean, it can sound like this. The world needs more Caribbean. And with FedEx, you can ship your products to every corner with increased cargo capabilities, 24/7 shipment tracking, and shipping tools. Take your business worldwide and enjoy life a bit more like us.
Are you ready to break up with your car? Easy Car Sales invites you to fall in love with an electric vehicle. Ditch the gas pump, the expensive mechanics. Feel the freedom, the power. Visit easy242.com and make a date to test drive an electric vehicle today. Get into a better relationship. Find your perfect match at Easy Car Sales and drive electric happily ever after.
Are you craving that fresh, famous food but don't want to break the bank? Wendy's has got you covered. You can now enjoy the $5 Dave's deal at all participating Wendy's locations. Enjoy a Dave's single, a classic, or spicy chicken sandwich made with fresh ingredients for just $5. So don't compromise on flavor just because you're on a budget. Wendy's always offers fresh, famous food at a great price. Certain conditions apply.
Sherwin-Williams Bahamas doesn't mess about when it comes to product range and product knowledge.
If it's a new product come in the store, we walk the store and study that product.
One thing with our boss, if a new product comes in, he takes the time and he's always keeping us up to date with product knowledge. And we just had 9 weeks of different products that we had to study, and we had exams at the end of each product.
Yeah.
The only way we can sell the product effective, we have to know that product. Yeah, that
Yes,
helps us to
yes.
relate to our customers. It gives us better knowledge to know what product to introduce to them. You understand? So we can know what product to give them to use and what product not to give them to use. So product knowledge is really key in Sherwin-Williams.
They got the keys. And the key is the product knowledge that comes with our extensive product range at Sherwin-Williams Paints, Bahamas. Find color in every day.
It's the lottery of love at Everybody Wins.
I love you.
Everybody Wins is giving away over $100,000 in cash prizes in the Lottery of Love. I love you. All February long, every $20 spent, you'll receive a raffle ticket. The more you spend, the more chances to win. And you could be among the 30 winners randomly selected on February 28th to win $10, $20, or even $30,000. I love you. It's the Lottery of Love at Everybody Wins. Remember to game responsibly and get ready to win.
Are you ready to elevate your day with a burst of flavor? Look no further than Dunkin', your ultimate destination for everything delicious. From our freshly brewed coffee that is sure to pick you up, to our signature frozen beverages that will cool you down. And don't forget our mouth-watering sandwiches, made to order all day. Dunkin' has it all. And of course, our lineup of fresh donuts, muffins, and more. Dive into a world of yummy flavors at Dunkin' and bring joy to your day. The Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM.
Got your final look at weather for today, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. Here's what's happening. We've got a stationary front across the northwest Bahamas that continues to weaken and dissipate through tonight, while low-level troughing will support isolated showers over the central and southeastern Bahamas. Weak high pressure is going to build behind the front, producing gentle to moderate breezes. Another cold front, a bigger one, is going to move across the northern Bahamas by the end of the week, and that will hopefully bring down the temperatures finally. But for now, we are looking at partly cloudy conditions over the northern and northwest Bahamas. Partly sunny and mild, becoming variably cloudy and warm tonight for the central and southeast Bahamas. High temperatures today ranging from 81 in the extreme northern islands to about 84 for the rest of the country. That's about 27 to 29 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 68 Fahrenheit, 20 Celsius. In your extended outlook for tomorrow, Wednesday, variably cloudy in the northern and northwest Bahamas, partly sunny elsewhere, turning fair and mild at night. For Thursday, some changes. Partly cloudy in the northern Bahamas with a gradual increase in clouds. Partly sunny elsewhere, turning partly cloudy at night in the northwest Bahamas, mostly fair across the central and southeast Bahamas. A 20% chance of a few isolated showers for the northern and northwest Bahamas. By Friday, partly cloudy over the northern, northwest, and central islands, sunny in the southeast Bahamas, and mostly cloudy and windy by Saturday. Partly to mostly cloudy and breezy to windy by Sunday. Cooler temperatures, especially at night into the weekend. That's your morning blend weather check brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. Sherwin-Williams Paints has got you covered for all your painting and equipment needs. Visit Sherwin-Williams Paints online or in store today. Got your final look brought to you by RBC. Find your loan solution with RBC. A reminder of the work going on today. Beginning today, Cowpen Road at Faith Avenue, heading west. You're advised to avoid the area between 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. This work is expected to continue until March 3rd. If you can't avoid the area, follow all posted traffic signs. In your real-time traffic right now, we still have got that heavy traffic on Milo Butler Highway from well south of Fire Trail straight up to Tonic Williams Darling Highway in the northbound lanes there. Traffic's going to pick up again as you get closer to the six-leg roundabout now northbound. Glaston Road, busy for you still from Fire Trail straight up to JFK Drive and Bahamar Boulevard. Blue Hill Road, still seeing issues from St. Vincent straight up to Independence Drive if you're heading northbound. And that is causing traffic to be backed up along Carmichael almost to Fire Trail if you're heading eastbound there. Independence Drive, slow-moving westbound traffic at this hour. And north and south of the East Street intersection with Soldier Road, you're going to be seeing heavy traffic on the northbound side of East Street. Robinson Road, still very slow-moving traffic from Prince Charles and Soldier straight up to Marathon Road. And in the downtown area, West Bay Street, slow-moving eastbound traffic near Nassau Street. Keep that in mind if you're in that part of the island. That's your real-time traffic and your Morning Blend traffic alert brought to you by RBC. Start a conversation at rbc.com/loan/all of you.
So I'm flying back to the island, so let's go. When you hear them beating that drum and calypso, na na na, party going on. Talk on no till the break of dawn. Sweet music, man, it makes everyone lose control. Now everybody, here we go, here we go. It's better in the bomb. Everybody, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we got it going on. Everybody, here we go, here we go. It's better in the bomb. And we got it going on. One night till the break of dawn. If you from the 242, put your hand up, gonna stand up for the
We're back with Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strachan along with DeQuesta Dean. And it is that time of year again, 242 Day coming up, the 24th day of the second month. Every year we celebrate it, and I'm here to talk about what's planned for this year. Very pleased to have our dear friend and Guardian Radio host, Candonique Campbell-Moss, with us. Good morning, Candonique. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning.
You're going to be keeping it PG this morning, right?
I'm not too sure. Don't hold me to the point.
Okay. All right. 242 Day. I mean, we've been talking about it for years, but for those who aren't familiar, let them know what 242 Day is all about.
So essentially, Dwight and the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, 700 islands and keys, 242 Day is Monday, the 24th, 2025. And what it is we have an opportunity to come together to celebrate, wear our national flag colors or Bahamian print, enjoy a delicious Bahamian meal like conch salad and, of course, yellow grits. Yes, Dwight?
Not again. Not again. Not again. Oh, boy.
It gives us an opportunity to enjoy our Bahamian music, our art, our entertainment all day long. We want people to share their photos and hashtag. Also send us their emails at bahamasindependent@gmail.com. The hashtag is hashtag 242Day, hashtag celebrate Bahamas. But this is an opportunity for us to, that we are Bahamian, to show that we love our country. It's an opportunity for us to just be in every sphere of the island and exhibit that we are indeed Bahamian. And this is the 242. This is what the day is absolutely all about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any official events happening, or are we just encouraging everybody to do their own thing, do something uniquely Bahamian?
We are going to have some things that are going to happen, but we also want people to take advantage of the opportunity to do something for themselves. So at the Ministry of Tourism and Aviation, they have a people-to-people program. We are people-to-people. We are the product of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. So everybody that's in the banking industry, everyone that's in the tourism industry, all of the teachers, every industry, every agency, get together, wear your Bahamian colors, take some comforters to work, get some kalik. I mean, don't drink the kalik on like to work
job,
that
right,
in the day. Like
right.
While you're driving or on
Right.
the job. No,
Right.
don't do
Right,
that.
right,
But some point
right.
during the day.
At some point, you know, in the mornings when you get to work, have some tea. Don't drink the regular tea. Get
Drink
some
some
bush
fever
tea.
grass.
Get some couscous. Have some slam bam sandwich with the big bread. Like, that is what we want you to do. Take photos of that. Send it out. Let us see what it means to be Bahamian. Instead of drinking in the regular coffee cups that we usually used to have, what about those tin cups? They keep the tea hot. Everybody on this Stanley run, let's put the tea in those types of cups. Let's remember what it was to be originally Bahamian, when we didn't have all of the luxuries of life. Let's go back to that. Let's see what it is to be a 242.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds amazing. What are you going to be doing other than that disgusting
Conch salad
grits and conch salad thing that you try to push on us every?
Hey, I am neutral, friend. I am very, very neutral. I don't eat either.
What?
I mean, I have to have a real feel for conch salad to go.
Let's
I haven't
down
had
her
it
mic.
in like
That's
maybe like 2
Okay.
years.
Why
or
did you bring
something.
her into this?
Donnie, let
No,
me tell you, your part is short pulled.
we eat them, but
But
you
I
don't
like
eat them
yellow grits.
together.
I love
that
yellow
doesn't make
grits.
sense to eat them together.
Why not? You
Grits
eat, but
and
you eat,
conch salad?
Yeah, but you eat tuna and grits. Tuna is raw fish.
It's not the same thing.
Well, how is it different?
Exactly.
Tuna has
Exactly.
onion, it has sweet pepper, so it has
Lots of
mayo.
goat
Like
pepper.
so.
Have you done this before?
No, I'm just
See, exactly.
I'm just
This
thinking
is what I'm
logically
saying.
that
Nobody
it's still
has done
conch.
this.
It's a raw meat that you eat. Like you eat tuna. So like, what's the difference? Only
Well,
tuna is cold.
I'm doing it. And so, yeah, Dwight, it's that,
Bring some for
particular
Dwight
Monday
that morning. That's all you have to do, Kenny. Just bring some for him.
And then fill
that
in for me on
morning
Tuesday.
and let him taste
like
it.
how I still waiting for Dwight to get on Bay Street. You mean like that?
Every year we have the same conversation. I don't understand.
But Kenny, so like this Bahamian pride starts young, like teaching our kids about loving our country, that sort of stuff. Are there any initiatives in the schools for this particular day?
Absolutely. So we welcome all of the government ministries and the agencies, private institutions, NGOs, tertiary institutions and schools across the Bahamas to take part and demonstrate in the highest level of patriotism and creativity. So this is where the social studies classes come in. This is where the ethics classes come in. This is where your English classes comes in. And we've asked for persons in the institutions to make sure that you do something that edifies, that solidifies 242 Day, that shows that you are a Bahamian. It's about your national pride. If the pride isn't instilled at a fetal or embryonic stage, then what is it exactly that we have to look forward to? So the 242 designed to make sure that we institute Bahamianism, if I can use that colloquial term, or Bahamianese in our people. It's a day designed to bring. It's a day designed to bring the country alive with our beautiful radiant colors displayed everywhere, bright smiles. There's one particular time of the year, right, Donnie, that we see Bahamians say good morning, or you actually look someone in the eye, and that's during the Christmas, because it's a little bit lighter. Christmas time is a little bit lighter. It's a little bit more festive. On this particular Monday, on this 242 Day, let us be a little bit more festive. Let us display our Bahamian pride. There's no place else in the world that has these people, that has these products. Let us show why we are indeed the 242.
So we're looking to see cars decorated with the flags and all that sort of stuff too?
You have to see the cars decorated. And for those people within the sound of my voice that are Saxon superstars, the float is Saturday. So just keep all of the things on the float.
You didn't have to work that in here. You didn't need to do
I
that.
had to say it, Dwight, because that's the biggest piece
Keep
of
it for
pride.
Monday. Keep it for Monday. Yeah. Keep it for Monday.
So I was asking, what are you going to be doing? What are you going to be doing on 242 Day?
So Monday, right? So Monday, I will get up. I will make my tea, right? I'm going to use some croton and some hibiscus because I have high blood pressure. So I will mix the croton and hibiscus together. I will use some brown sugar or some agave, right? And then I will make me some yellow grits with plenty butter. I may use lard, all depends on how I feel in that morning, right? And I will get me some tuna fish, extra goat pepper, 2 goat peppers, extra lime, not the yellow lemonade, Dwight, the lime.
I know
And the
what you
lime
mean.
up to have the thin skin, because when the skin thin, that's the most
Juicy,
juice.
right.
And if it don't have sufficient juice, you put it in the microwave for like 3 seconds. Right?
Right.
And Dwight, I want you to know something. The tuna fish and grits is not going to be like on 2 separate plates, right? It can be in one bowl,
Mix
and
up.
we can mix it together. Right, Dwight?
You can,
boy.
Kenny, you killing the way.
With a piece of pear, Dwight.
So it looks like
and then
cat
I can
food.
put on my clothes, and I can
Right.
put on an eye clothes, and I can drop her to school.
Right.
And we can have on every color in the flag.
Right.
And then I may just start blasting some rake and scrape music on the way to school. I don't know.
Excellent. And what about the rest of the day? What are you doing? Lunchtime, dinner? What are you doing?
Oh, lunchtime, it's definitely going to be some conch salad. I'm probably going to go underneath the bridge, right? Or under the dock, as we say it. I'm probably going to go underneath the dock, and I'm going to have me some conch salad. I'll probably take my grits and my Tupperware. But that's what I'm going to do, Dwight.
Okay.
and hang out with the locals. I'll probably have me some lychee martini radler, or a yellow radler, the mango.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have me something Bahamian.
Okay, excellent
Probably
stuff.
walk barefoot in the sun. I haven't walked barefoot in the sun in years.
That's a good idea. That's a good day to do it.
And then that night we'll have some sheep tongue sauce. Like probably mix it with a little bit of
What? Use mix things up, Kenny.
Yeah, that sounds very mix up.
Hoghead.
You forgetting something. We are the children. We are the ancestors of slaves, right? Do you think that they always had to go in the food store and say, may I please have some oysters and 2 pounds of chicken? Do you think we had that opportunity?
Who sounds like that?
What you had.
This texter. Oh boy, this texter. I so hate this name you guys gave this day. Who names a day after an area code? Why can't we say Bahamas Day? It's almost like we're ashamed to call our own country by its name. Texter, I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sad that you are in a box, a very dark box, and cannot understand this.
But I would guarantee you that same texter, right? When they listen to these rap songs, right, like Kendrick Lamar, whomever, and they say 341,
right, 305, they're dropping the area code nonstop. Yeah. So
Come
texter,
on,
get with
type of mentality.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway.
And we all over the place saying 242. Right? When we on social media, hashtag 242, or we, so it's a part of us.
No other country can claim it.
Right. It's ours. It's Bahamian. It's the Bahamas.
And
That's what
the
24th
day of the second month.
Get it. It's the 24th day of the second month. So 242.
This us 242.
That's it.
Day.
Right.
Yeah.
Hashtag celebrate Bahamas. This is us.
This texture says, next 242 Day, have an annual art competition for students. High school, junior, primary, give a laptop, smartphone, prizes, etc. Then the following year, display the winner from last year. Hey, you could do it, texter.
That's a great idea, though.
You could do it.
That's an excellent
you start
idea.
it.
Yeah. I also would love to see like a cultural festival, like where you have the platinum of the maple.
Start that, Duquesa.
And no, I'm not starting it. I'm going to give you the suggestions, but not
all
that.
of these things that you have in your head, folks. Do it. Start it.
Kenny, if you're doing this next year, put that on your agenda. A cultural festival.
But the thing about it is, right, Donnie, we have to be in a position where we empower each other to do certain things. You are in the community. Let's just say, look at Foxville. Of course, we understand the history of Foxville and why it happens there, right? But you're in Stapleton Gardens, or you're in Charlottesville, or you are in Angliston. You are the community. What is wrong with coming outside of my door and saying, hey, I have some comforters. You will meet outside.
Yeah, have a little gathering.
Come in the back of the yard.
Yeah, you could do that.
Let's create
Build
the
community.
environment that we do
Yeah.
this. That is exactly what 242 Day is about. Some things we don't need to go through the government to do. Some things we can actually do ourselves. There has to be some civic, some national pride. 242 Day is absolutely designed. It's designed to create the love, to celebrate the rich history, the vibrant culture, the unshakable us. There's nowhere else in the world that you can have 242 other than in your own yard.
Yeah. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Yeah, first time calling to the show, Dwight. I think we applaud we're having, it's a good thing. I think we need to push this more often because we have a lot of other countries pushing their agenda on a flag day all through the country, and really shows a disrespect us. Like we don't have no say, So I think we need to be slowly losing our identity as to who we are. When people come here, they looking for the account file and everything else to go and that's Bahamian. So I think we need to do this more because we're slowly losing our identity. Thank you for taking my call.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Well,
Thank you.
Yeah, we have this. You have Independence Day. You've got all kinds of opportunities, and you can come up with new ones as well. One more call, and then I got a couple text messages before we let you go, Ken Denique. This person says, caller. Good. Let's take this call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Morning, Duquesa. Good morning, Ken Denique.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I don't think, Dwight, that I know this is one of your babies, but I don't think the texter was too far off in that it should be a living event, in that we can tweak the names or we can do certain things in order to get it right. I, too, would like to hear some type of Bahamian national flag. I wanted to do it on January the 10th. You know, we have a national flag day in honor of our heroes, like Cylinder Day, National Cylinder Day 242. The next year could be Loftus Roca. But I think we should gear it towards January the 10th so that we can come together more in a galvanized fashion rather than everybody going to wake on that day. We could have a massive motorcade and rally at the end of it, a place of our choosing. But it's an excellent idea, and it's past overdue, well overdue.
Yeah, all these things are great
Yeah,
ideas. We
all,
need to do
yeah.
more on Majority Rule, Dave. And definitely, let's do it. Again, like Ken and Nick is saying, don't wait for this is basically how 242 Day came to be, right? A movement independent of any politics. And we're hoping that it'll become a big thing. So let's get it going. Let's do it. Let's take this final call on this. Good morning, caller, on the air.
Good morning, Dwight.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, the choir.
Morning.
I'm Dwight.
Hi.
You nailed it with this 242 Day, yeah?
We did what?
I said you nailed it when
Well,
you put the idea.
Okay.
Also, what Kenny was saying about the art and craft has always been my thought that in the schools you should have like a band competition, a poetry competition, writing competition, speech competition, and all that will culminate with such a day. You can't come bringing in there talking about something with national heroes, because if you say 242, you're encompassing everybody, anybody. You see, and you keeping it national. And I like you get in the backyard, you call the neighbor over. If they want to put a signature on it, let's call it the Juju season day too. Okay?
It is Juju season. All right, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you. All right, one more of these negative text messages, and we'll get back to happy stuff. Ken Danique, this person says here, you all are copying American rappers and improving their legitimacy over sensible university-educated people. What? It's like you would place the professional jock over the educated chemical engineer. Black people are lost. What's happening? What's happening? What's going on right now?
Okay, I think for that particular instance, right, Dwight, I think that we need to just take a step back and look at what makes us indigenously Bahamian. We are a people of color. We are a people of great tenacity. When it comes up to 242 Day, it's not about what the government can do. It's what we are about to do. It's what we should be doing every single day. Tourism is, of course, a huge part in terms of our gross GDP. We talk about banking. We talk about the different institutions, the different agencies. But what we have to remember is that the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, welcome to the islands of the Bahamas. We make up the Bahamas. We have a say. If we don't have any pride in the country, if we don't have any pride in bringing out what it is that we do on a daily, regular basis, Dwight, you could get sun, sand, and sea anywhere in the world. Dubai created sun, sand, and sea in their backyard. We have that is readily available. It's up to us. It's up to us. Monday, every day if you'd like, Monday especially for 242 Day, come out, show your wares, get your conch salad, touch your neighbor, go down the road and see the person that you didn't see. Get your stew fish, get your sheep tongue sauce, get your pig feet, get your yellow grits and conch salad, get your fire engine. These are the things. Go to church with somebody. Go call somebody and say, hey, I haven't heard from you in a little while. I can bring you some conch fritter batter. Let's sit down on the porch. You don't have to no Kool-Aid. You could make some switcher in the yard, get a grapefruit, get a lime. Let's sit down and have a conversation, have some tea. It doesn't make a difference what we call it, but it's called 242 Day. Let us have this one commonality of creating the space of saying and showing the entire world we are the 242. It's national pride. It's about displaying who we are. I want us to understand that this is about nationalism. This is about us. This makes us us.
Yeah. Absolutely. Final text here. It's a serious question. How does Ken Danique not have an upset stomach with all that mixing and matching of foods? We're all wondering. You
got to think outside the box, though.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, you got to think outside the box. It's the same sweet pepper, onion, and lime.
Grits.
It's the same.
Grits and
seriously, Dwight.
Huh?
Dwight, seriously. You have a master mixologist, Marv Cunningham. You
Mhm.
have these creative chefs, small. They're creating all sorts of things for your gastric excitement at the time. You made
Actually, you know what? I saw Chef Mark. I think it's Chef Mark from Heavenly Creations. He just did a conch salad cheesecake.
Okay, we got to end the show now. Let's you gotta.
It looks really good.
Please.
Guava on a stick.
Yes, yes.
That's not the same. Guava on a stick. We can get that. Conch salad cheese
Don't have to
cake.
tell you try it. Go and try it on 242 day. How about that?
Hey.
I'm trying to get Dwight downtown for Junkanoo.
Kenny will be tuned in tonight for Kenny's Corner right here on Guardian Radio, 6:30 p.m. Have a good one. Thanks. Always a pleasure talking with you.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Take care, Kenny.
Thanks,
Hey.
Tony. Have a good one.
You
All right, we're going to be back with Morning Blood Business after the news. This is Guardian Radio 96.9.
Dinner has a new line, the Sky series of porcelain. It comes in 4 colors, Sky Noir, Sky Gris, Sky Glance, and this one, Sky Pure. As the name suggests, you would think it has a strong blue component, but the blue is kind of like just a hint in the overall coloring of the porcelain. The blue feature runs more or less the center of the tile, and that's surrounded by light shades of gray. The Sky Azure, like the others in the series, needs to be seen to be appreciated. Stop by Pender Tile and have a look at Sky Azure, one of the 4 in the Sky series.
It's time to upgrade the way you enjoy at-home entertainment. Alive Fiber is here. Enjoy all your favorite channels and streaming apps, all at lightning-fast internet speeds with affordable bundles, and it's only a click away. Visit www.alivefiber.com to sign up now. Stay connected, live your life. It's good to be alive.
Fall in love with your water service this February with the Water and Sewage Corporation Sweet Savings Campaign. Pay your bill in full on or before the due date. Complete the entry form and we'll sweeten the deal with a 5% discount on your next bill. That's right, save some sweet cash just by keeping your account current. It's simple, it's easy, and it's our way of saying thank you for being a valued customer. Don't miss out. Offer runs from February 1st to the 28th. Show your water service some love and enjoy the savings that come with it. Visit our website at wsc.com.bs today to learn more. Pay in full, save more. It's that simple with Sweet Savings. The Water and Sewage Corporation, refreshing your life with sweet savings this Valentine's Day.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
Spain sounds like this. But with a little Caribbean, it can sound like this. The world needs more Caribbean. And with FedEx, you can ship your products to every corner with increased cargo capabilities, 24/7 shipment tracking, and shipping tools. Take your business worldwide and enjoy life a bit more like us.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
In the world of business, technology is not a choice, it's a necessity. And for businesses that demand excellence, there's only one choice for unparalleled support and cutting-edge technology. Custom Computers. You have challenges and we have solutions. Computing, networking, storage, and printing for enterprises large and small, aligned with premium brands like HP, Microsoft, Konica Minolta, and more. Get tech done the right way with Custom Computers. Call the know-how team at 396-1101.
Planning for retirement can be overwhelming, but with CFAL, it doesn't have to be. We offer tailor-made individual, group, and pension solutions that take the guesswork out of retirement planning. Whether it's for you or your company, don't leave your future to chance and let the trusted hands of CFAL's experts guide you toward peace of mind and different costs and affordable monthly payments make it easy for you to build wealth so you can live well. Visit us at cfal.com to start on your path toward financial freedom. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business on this Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. Welcome back to our Morning Blend listeners. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan along with Duquesa Dean, and it is time for our monthly series, the Chamber Hour, with Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation. And we've got a full house this morning, virtual house too. We've got, as usual, CEO of the Chamber, Dr. Leo Roll, but we also have Chairman Timothy Ingram with us. And a couple of special guests. We have our friend Candy Gibson. Good morning, Candy. I think you might be muted there. And good morning to Tim.
Good morning, Dwight. How are you doing?
Great to have you with us. And we also have, we're going to talk with her a little bit later in the show, our dear old friend, Haja Black, who's all the way out in snowy, very snowy and cold Canada. Good morning, Nahaja. Also muted. All right, so we're going to get them all unmuted, but let's begin with Dr. Leo Roll and Timothy Ingram. All right, so you've got a whole lot of exciting events coming up.
Yes.
Including a big one.
Yes.
Your annual?
Third annual golf tournament.
Third annual golf tournament. Okay, so tell us about that and why this is important to the Chamber.
So the Chamber, Dwight, as you know, has a number of arms that help us to keep the Chamber going. And so one of them is, of course, our golf tournament. This is the third annual golf tournament, but of course, the first that I will be participating in as CEO. I missed the one last year. I had just onboarded, but of course, I was sent on a mission immediately to India. So what this does is it allows for one, camaraderie of course, our members, but also persons who aren't members. And it also allows for us to give back. And one of the greatest things or the best things about this opportunity for me is, of course, having that opportunity to give back to charities. Last year, because what we do is we give a portion of the proceeds to a charity each year. Last year, we would have given part of our proceeds to the Crisis Center. Mm-hmm. And this year, we've chosen FOAM, given all the work that they're doing in the community, to be our charity for the part proceeds of the tournament. So the tournament is on May 18th, Sunday, May 18th, at the Royal Blue Golf Course.
Excellent stuff. All right, so Tim, you're going to give us some details about how this works and everything we need to know in just a bit. But let's talk with Candy Gibson and foam. Candy, I think almost everybody knows about your work and foam. But for those who might not be familiar, how it came to be.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Morning.
Hi.
It's indeed a pleasure to be on the show this morning. Well, we all know the philanthropic work I do in the community, not just assisting murder victims, but domestic violence victims, persons in need of gainful employment, housing, jobs, clothing, grocery assistance, trying to help them get their record expunged. And so, with that being said, foam is now like an octopus, one head with many different arms. So,
Wow.
Congratulations on your growth.
oh yes, thank you. And I want to say this too. You want to thank God too, because we just broken ground for our housing, our shelter and housing project. We hope to God and believe in fruition by the end of this year. So God is really good. And so we've been doing a lot for the community. And so indeed it's a pleasure, a partnership, and for persons to connect with us for the expansion and better helping the community at large.
How has that work changed over the years? Are you noticing that there's greater need? What's changed?
There is a greater need. I thought like after we would have come out of COVID-19, that would have been the end of everything, all the hardship and so forth. But apparently it's not. Some persons' lives still have not rebuilt from COVID-19. Some persons are still, trending downhill, and it seems like homelessness is a big issue in our country. We have persons being evicted, the cost of rent is very high. The rent, like, is outrageous now. Like, one time ago, you could have gotten a one bedroom for like about $600. Now, one bedroom is like $1,200.
Wow.
Between 1,000 and 1,200, and so you have persons like who can't keep up with their rent and they're being evicted, and my phone still rings off the hook with persons calling me and stating that they're being evicted, and it's just sad. And two, we can't continue depending on the government for everything. So that's why partnershiping and networking is a plus right now, because the government alone can't do it. And so it's just sad. Persons always, we have single mothers, always in need of groceries just as well as fathers. Like, one time ago, it was just the mothers asking for stuff. Now we have fathers now, they need groceries for their children. They need housing for their children. They need clothes for their children. They need school supplies. And so the demands are very high. I tell people, form is like a mini social services.
Yeah. So, Candy, tell us a little bit more about your shelter. Like, I know you broke ground. What is that going to look like? How much it could host? Like, tell us a little bit more about your plans for that.
Okay, when we broke ground on January 23rd, that's a date of Pride. It's the third year the Prime Minister has proclaimed that January 23rd is Families of All Murder Victims Day.
Okay.
And for the past 2 years, we have been celebrating that day in memory of the dead. But this year, we decide to give hope to persons because we care. So under the theme, We Care, we decide to have the groundbreaking ceremony. Now, that's going to be a housing project as well as a shelter. Now, the shelter it's not going to be a safe house because the location of the land is not a safe space. A person can come there, whatever the case, but they would have to transition them out them very quick. So in the event there's a domestic violence situation and in the event there's an emergency, we can house them overnight.
Okay.
Or two, they have to be gone because it's an open place.
Okay.
As for and anybody like hard times when you made a bad financial decision, you will be welcome there.
Okay.
The stay for that shelter would be 3 months. We're going to give you 3 months.
Okay.
So and you're going to sign a document. You're going to do a sworn in paper that after 3 months you have to leave. So we're going to give you a chance to get yourself together. So you don't have a job.
Right.
We're going to do resume for you. We're going to partnership with the Ministry of the Labor Board. So we'll be able to provide gainful employment, financial literacy classes, and so forth to get you up and prepared for your for the future.
Right.
And that being said, then we have the housing project, because so often we help the women. Who helps the men? Who helps the family?
Right.
Pardon me?
Yeah,
right.
No, we're listening.
No, we're agreeing.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Who helps the family? And I've seen the family deteriorate throughout the years, absent. And so we want to force men now, hey, guess what? It's okay to be a father. He had children. It's okay to be that wonderful husband. It's okay to be that wonderful spouse, that wonderful boyfriend. But we believe and we're trying to build a family. So I feel like if we can build a family, we'll build healthy communities.
Wow. So we've been seeing it, especially last year, towards the end of the year, the violence, it's still rampant in the country, the gun violence especially. We were talking about that all morning.
Yep,
The
we were.
bus driver shooting another bus driver. Unbelievable stuff. From your perspective, what are we missing? What are we doing wrong? What aren't we getting? What aren't they getting? What needs to be done?
I can't say what are we doing wrong because, the Bible prophecy has to be fulfilled. They said these are the last days. But I want to say this, we don't have everything basic, I would say, starts in the home. One time ago on Sundays, the family was out. The church bus was coming and they were picking up the children. But now you have people like, it's the norm. Okay, big Sunday. Okay, we home, we chilling. And I feel like we need to go back to the old school. Let's get the church, bring a child in a way that he should grow. So when he get old, he should not depart. Like, what are we teaching our children at home? Then we have like better baby mamas, better baby daddies. Everybody got a point to prove. And so we growing up our children in a house of hate. A house where not only get a kind word, turn away wrath. No, it's good for me to be spiteful for you. I could be spiteful. That's my child. No, we can't do because at the end of when that child leaves at home, that child enters into a real world where children coming to them in the same school from a broken state. And so broken plus broken, what you expect a volcano.
Wow. Boy.
And so we want to encourage, we need to go back to the village. I know as sad as this might be, right? A lot of us don't have a support system. We don't have a village.
Right.
And so we ask, and we live in communities now where we don't even know who our neighbors is. So if they see someone breaking your house, they don't even know your name or your number to call you. If they see your child going astray, they can't send you because we don't even know our neighbors.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell us how the proceeds from this golf tournament, how are they going to help Foam and help you?
But it's going to help Foam. We got to lay a foundation. We have to lay a foundation. We have to get that place up and running. My first order of business is to put my office there. Foam headquarters has to go there first because, now I'm paying rent or whatever the case. If I can eliminate that rent and go straight into a headquarters, I don't have that rent no more, I can do more.
Right.
So my main order of business is when we get the funding, the donations, the sponsorship from the tournament, it's the office mainly, the headquarters. And then we could then go on to the housing project and then the shelter. And then we also going to have some portable bathrooms portable showers, because don't care how much shelters we have, it's never going to be sufficient to suffice the needs of the community. So we're going to have portable showers and bathrooms. In the event you get evicted and there is no place except when there are no more rooms, you can feel free to come in and get a nice shower, get a nice bath, and your children can go to school and function and tell you our process to go into a shelter or go into a house and however.
Okay. All right. And outside of the tournament, we'll get details about that in a bit, but how can people help you at Foam if they want to donate?
Feel free. We have an account to FYP. We have an account to Tops Lumber, Kelly's Lumberyard. Feel free if they want to. They would like to make a donation. They don't write and ask for the Foam account, and they could go in and put money on the Foam account because we need block, we need steel, we need sand, we need cement, and so they can just go right there and feel free. Or if they wish to write a check to Foam. That's FOAM. If they want to put monies on their account, our account number is 201-633-3394, and that is at Wallet Marathon First Caribbean Bank branch. And my cell phone number, which is the people's cell phone, because I don't have a cell phone, that's the people on. That's 424-8953, and the office number is 603-4141.
Repeat those numbers for us, please, Candy.
Okay, my cell number is 424-8953. Like I said, that's not my cell, that's the people's cell.
Okay.
And the office number is 603-4141. And the shelter, the housing project is not political. Anybody and everyone is welcome once they're needed.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful.
Great
All right.
work. Continue the great work.
So, Tim Ingram, tell us how much you're hoping to raise with this golf, because Candy has some big goals there. How much are you hoping to raise with the golf?
Vegas, you know?
God,
I put God the figures. God, let your will be done. You know what's
Oh my
needed. You know what
goodness.
is needed every day.
Oh,
Past
boy.
the place, I say, God, I remember when this was just a thought.
Right.
Like, it was just a thought in my head. I know it need to be done. But now I see it come to fruition. Like, Candy, God, the land. God is good. God is good, So I put the balance of this in God's hand.
All right.
All right,
Well,
Tim,
let's
the
hear from
pressure
Tim.
is
Yeah.
on. All right.
No pressure.
No pressure there, right? No, I mean, the housing crisis in this country is severe, and anything that we can do to assist with this, we will do. And so, we could solve Foam's problem by building their building for them with the proceeds of this tournament. We would, but I'm sure we won't do it. Leo's a genius when it comes to raising money, but I think that one might be a challenge for him. But we're hoping that it's going to be several thousands of dollars that we can put in the hands of Foam at the end of this for them to get going on their permanent home, so that they can continue to serve our community in need.
Okay, excellent. So how does it work? How do you sign up? Give us all the details about that.
Yeah, so the information will be on our website. Persons will be able to go to the website and get it there. No doubt for the golfers, you'll see our flyers down at the Bahamas Golf Federation's driving range. We'll put them up there. We usually work with the Golf Federation to see if they would send the promo out for us. And so it's a two-man scramble format. If you want to enter just two men, we have companies, or women, sorry. We have companies that enter teams. If you want to do some sponsorship and at certain levels of sponsorship, you get complimentary entries. Well, obviously they're paid for in the sponsorship. And so there are lots of opportunities to be involved. You'll see it coming out through our social media in the next few days. As I say, it'll be on the website where you can go and click the link and register. And no doubt you'll hear some more from us as we approach the date.
Yeah. And how much is it if you want to enter?
So last year it was $275 per
Mm.
person. We're still looking at those figures to see if it's still amenable. And so we will, of course, put that information on the website relative to what it is. And like Tim said, there are different sponsorship tiers. So there's a drink sponsor, there's a prize sponsor, there's a gold sponsor. And so depending on your sponsorship tier, you may have some free entries.
Okay. All right. And what numbers were you looking at last year? How many people took part?
I think we had 56 persons take part in the tournament last year.
That's pretty good.
The winners last year, Royal Caribbean currently sponsored 7-day cruise packages for the winners. And we also have a hole-in-one tournament, which last year featured an electric truck from Easy Car Sales. So we anticipate that happening.
That is amazing.
And the winner last year was Team Mario Carey and Bill Cassar, right, Tim?
Okay.
Correct.
Good stuff there. Good stuff. All right. So what are the dates?
May 18th.
May 18th.
Sunday, May 18th.
So you got
At
time
the
to
Royal Blue Golf Tournament.
Time to
Golf course.
practice. You need to
strategize.
Yes,
I'll be
you do,
watching.
Dwight. Yes, you do, Dwight.
Okay. Good stuff there. Wonderful, wonderful work that you're all doing. Candy, we've got a question on the text line. So somebody's asking about the shelter. This is just for women, or will it be women and men? How does that work? I don't know if you can do both, but how does that
Separate
work?
buildings, maybe, if she... But Candy, are you there?
Did we lose Candy? You're muted. All right, unmute yourself, Candy Gibson. No? Okay. We'll sort that out. But yeah. So you found out how you again if you want to reach.
You can hear me now?
Yes,
yeah, we can hear you now. Mhm.
The shelter is for everybody.
Okay.
Nobody will be limited or exempt from the shelter. You need help. We're here to assist because we care.
Okay.
Excellent, good stuff there. Candy Gibson with Foam, and again we've got Tim Ingram and Dr. Leo Roll from the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to be talking with Nahaja Black and about the Bahamas Innovation Trade Mission.
Absolutely.
Right? In Canada, and exciting to talk to our dear friend Nahaja. Stay tuned, folks. This is Morning Blend Business on Guardian Radio 96.9.
CFAL, we understand that a secure future is the greatest gift you can give your employees. That's why our tailor-made group pension solutions are designed to fit the needs of both large and small companies. With CFAL, you can provide the retirement you and your employees deserve, ensuring peace of mind and financial stability for years to come. Join the many businesses that have already entrusted CFAL to create the right pension plan for their employees, and let us help you build a brighter future for your team. Visit us at cfal.com to get started on building wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Pinda is carrying a new line of tile, the Sky series of porcelain. Comes in 4 colors, tones, and shades. There's Sky Noir, Sky Azure, Sky Glance, and this one, Sky Gris. Sky Gris, as you'd imagine, gives you a smoky kind of feel. It's not heavy and depressing, but gives the area a chill feeling. The Sky series comes in 2 formats, 24 by 24 at $5.30 a square foot, 12 by 24 at $5.25 a square foot. I really like this series for big spaces, and being porcelain, they can take a lot of traffic. The Sky series at Pinda Tile.
Wake up with your car. Easy Car Sales invites you to fall in love with an electric vehicle. Ditch the gas pump, the expensive mechanics. Feel the freedom, the power. Visit easy242.com and make a date to test drive an electric vehicle today. Get into a better relationship. Find your perfect match at Easy Car Sales and drive electric happily ever after.
Spain sounds like this. But with a little Caribbean, it can sound like this. The world needs more Caribbean. And with FedEx, you can ship your products to every corner with increased cargo capabilities, 24/7 shipment tracking, and shipping tools. Take your business worldwide and enjoy life a bit more like us. With escalating global conflicts, are you ready for what's next? Join us at RF Bahamas Economic Outlook on March 12th at Bahamar, where top global and political and social trends shaping our future. Hear from KT McFarland, former Trump National Security Advisor, and more. Plus, gain CPD credits, powerful insights, and high-impact networking all in one day. Don't miss out. Secure your spot now at rfbeo.com. That's rfbeo.com. RF Bahamas Economic Outlook. See you there.
Now let me see now. 326 EPIC. Hello? This Epic battery. This Miss Beulah from around the corner. I hear you're selling tires now on Wolf Road too.
Praise the Lord. It's about time. I live Fox Hill and Fire Trail. It's too far.
That ain't all. They open Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. On Sunday and holiday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
My brother Sam, he's a hacker, and he could go right there and get fixed up.
Call us at 326 EPIC. We ship also to the Family Island.
Spain sounds like this. But with a little Caribbean, it can sound like this. The world needs more Caribbean. And with FedEx, you can ship your products to every corner with increased cargo capabilities, 24/7 shipment tracking, and shipping tools. Take your business worldwide and enjoy life a bit more like us.
We're back with Morning Blend Business. It's our Chamber Hour series every third Tuesday each month with the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation. We've got Dr. Leo Roll, the CEO. We've got Timothy Ingram, the chair. We think we still have Candy Gibson with phone, right? And we have now from the first secretary and consul in Ottawa, Nahaja Black. You remember that name?
Mm-hmm.
Nahaja Black. It's been a while. Good morning.
Morning, my good friend. How are you?
It's been a long time. We need to talk with you. But great hearing your voice again.
Yes, and please, good morning to your wonderful co-host. But
It's
good
Duquesa.
morning to everyone.
Mhm.
Oh, Duquesa, nice to meet you.
Yes.
All right, so we've been talking about this for a bit. Leah Roll telling us about this is the Bahamas Innovation Trade Mission, but the time is here now. Tell us about this. You're oversubscribed, I understand.
And do you wish that I go, Leo, or
You could go ahead, Nahaja. Not a problem at all.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you again, everyone, for inviting me and having me here on the show. We're very proud of this trade mission. It's a culmination, I would say, of 3 years of work since been here in Ottawa. And I wanted to really, one of the reasons why I wanted to come here is to thank the Chamber so much for being one of the first partners for this idea. After we got a yes from our Ministry of Foreign Affairs, special shout out to Director General Ali, who was quick to say yes, Canada High Commission, go for it. But one of the things I've noticed here, Dwight, in Ottawa in particular, because I'm in the High Commission here in Ottawa, was the community of innovation. And my portfolio is trade and investment. And Canada has been a partner with us since our independence 50 years ago. And we know that Canadians love the Bahamas, and we've had Canadians. But there is a space here in Ottawa that taught me, and what I was so excited to see was the integration of education and innovation. One of the largest tech hubs in all of Canada is right here in Ottawa, which once I saw it, I knew that there was an opportunity. Very honored that the Minister of Investments came down with a contingent that saw that opportunity. And from there in 2023, we've been moving forward with this idea of innovation and how the Bahamas can benefit, not from being consumers, because we're proud consumers of technology, but rather creators. How can we, within the Caribbean, see ourselves as not just consumers? Because I figure we all know as Bahamians that when we get technology, it's probably by it's past its best, before use date or end of use date. We tend to get the last of that technology, not the beginning of it. It doesn't begin with us. It tends to end with us. So we get version 1 or 2 when there's a version 5, unless we're talking iOSs, right? And because we're in this space, we tend to pay a premium still for old tech. How does technology, and one of those things, Dwight, on my show, Wealthy Wednesdays, I believe that technology is a disruptor of things. It can create equality in economics. But we found in this community, or what I found in this community was that there's no innovation without education, and there's no education where innovation is stunted. Education is that precipitant factor. All of that said, we're proud that we have a great partnership. BAMSI was one of our first recipients of an opportunity with an agri-tech company here in Canada. And so we're proud of that relationship. And I'm sure BAMSI would love to tout more of that whenever it gets a chance. We recently had the Ministry of Education, through its Technical Cadet Corps program, with one of the world's largest media technology companies, partner with the Ministry of Education, Technical Cadet Corps program. And our students in November had the opportunity to shadow technology within media through what's that, Battle for Atlantis. So they were behind the scenes with ESPN, and ESPN Global put it in their report for the whole company with ESPN in Connecticut to share how excited they were that Bahamian students were shadowing their techs during that event. And then we had the Ministry of Education just visited Ottawa and looking at different academic and tertiary institutions in the technical space. Wow. All of this, I say all of that because it showed that there's so much interest in the Bahamas, or so much that we can get with partnership, that this idea of the trade mission, an innovation trade mission, came to bear. And the Chamber was the first to say, yes, we would love to partner through the president and the chairman. And we have now created this entire team and coalesced an entire team through the Ministry of Economic Affairs, the big daddy of it all, right? Ministry of Economic Affairs through Director Raquel Pinda, and also special note to the late Philip Galanis, who, when he first heard it as the chairman, of the Bahamas Trade Commission was so excited, and he brought on Ministry of Economic Affairs. So very excited about that. And then we have the chamber. Of course, I mentioned the chamber. We have the Ministry of Education, agriculture. Who am I missing out, Leo?
We have Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Tourism,
Tourism,
of course,
obviously,
BPL.
BPL, yes, Energy, Ministry of Energy and Transport. And so we found that, and the pillars for this trade mission were 4 parts: hospitality, tech, and AI, green technology, fintech, and education. So tertiary institutions. And the tertiary institutions are not coming to have a college fair. They're coming so that they can work with businesses to help them innovate. So we found that a lot of companies actually test things, use their universities, use their polytechnics to test ideas and products. Or if they have a problem with expansion, they go to the academic institutions and say, help us solve problem A. This is actually happening in Jamaica right now. This we've introduced McMaster University to the University of the Bahamas, and so there's conversations there. So this is something where we believe that just in its inaugural, because this has not happened before with Canada. Our High Commission has been very supportive. That we believe that this is just the beginning, and that a lot can come from it, through it, and that the idea and the conversation of innovation is one that is based on collaboration. I didn't mean to sound Baptist all of a sudden, but that was all.
Wow.
But it's a lot that's wrapped up for this to happen, and so we're very excited, very proud of what is happening, and there's so many people to thank. But we're looking forward to it, and special thanks again to the Chamber.
All right, and this is going to be in Nassau.
Yes.
Yes.
February 26th through 28th.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So if someone is shockingly just hearing about this today,
there will
is
be
there
other
any
trade
opportunity?
missions.
Oh, there'll be other trade missions.
But this one first.
This one, yes, Dwight. I mean,
boy.
we have, it's truly a testament to marketing, advertising, and of course, as Nahaja mentioned, collaboration, because within a week of us launching and letting persons know that there was an opportunity, it was completely stocked out.
A week?
1 week.
Yep.
And Scotiabank
1 week.
came on board. They are a very good partner, and so they're sponsoring one of the only, because of course they're both in the Bahamian market and the Canadian market. That was excellent, but it is completely, we cannot take another soul unless they stand on the roof.
Oh boy, how many people are going to be involved? What are the
We had
numbers?
budgeted for 120. We're almost at 150/60.
Okay.
So we already went or
numbers.
exceeded
Right.
the amount that we were supposed to.
Excellent. All right, so tell us about the format. What can we expect during these few days?
All right, Leo, you or I?
So I guess I can take day one. So on day one, there are site visits. And so there are site visits that are going to be coordinated by the Ministry of Energy and Transport. There's also some agri-tech site visits, which are going to be coordinated by the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources. And then, of course, on that afternoon, there is the Scotiabank welcome reception, which is by invitation only. Nahaja, do you want to take day two?
Yep. Day 2. One of the visions for this, Dwight and my wonderful co-host, whose name I don't know why I can't remember right now.
I don't know because we friends.
we tight like that. Okay.
It's the snow up there. You're too cold.
My toes. I'm still defrosting. I have a space heater, and my toes are still frozen.
Oh
But I
my
digress.
poor thing.
So, day 2, the vision of it was that we also included conversations during this trade mission, and so we have panel discussions for certain sessions. So day 2 is a day that's focused on hospitality, tech, and energy. Those 2 sectors of the 4 pillars that we want to focus on. And so we have, first of all, an opening ceremony, of course, making it all official. And again, this is an official bilateral trade mission. So special also thanks to the government of Canada, the federal government of Canada, that has given us all of its support. Its Trade Commission services, its High Commissioner will be the High Commissioner for the Bahamas of Canada to the Bahamas and Jamaica and liaising. And so we will have an opening ceremony with our dignitaries, and then we will go into those 2 sessions as well as business to business meetings
Mm-hmm.
for all of those who've pre-registered
Okay.
and know what's going on. And then day 3, Leo.
On day 3, we are going to have, of course, a very exciting panel where there will be conversation or presentation by the Minister of Grand Bahama, speaking about some of the tech and innovation hub and initiatives that are going on in Grand Bahama, as well as Minister Halkitis, who will remarks relative to the Ministry of Economic Affairs. We'll also have some panel discussions on day 3, which will culminate with, I don't know if I want to say a little bit, what I want to say, but there's also an opportunity for some awarding of some of the persons who are doing well in the energy sector. And that is through our partners in Jamaica, right, Nahaja?
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Great
So it's actually
opportunity.
quite exciting. And just as a note, Canada has taken notice of some of our outstanding Bahamians in the energy space. So that was quite humbling. And so we're looking forward
They're not
to
trying
their
to teeth them, are they? What are they going to do? What are they taking note for?
Can't say too much. I can't say too much.
Yeah.
Impact,
You gotta leave a
impact
little
matters,
bit.
right?
Yeah.
Impact matters. So there are some Bahamians who are just making a very substantial impact in the same green space, and so we should be proud. And as an aside, I thought Bahamians should very much be proud of the diaspora, that the Bahamian diaspora that is here in Canada, that are some very, distinguished Bahamians who are doing phenomenally here in Canada. And what one of those great hopes is that if we seek to build as a nation and truly diversify in these spaces where we have advantage, with regard to hospitality, the levels of innovation that can happen in this sector through partnerships with all of these great companies that we already do business with, or in the fintech space, or in the green and sustainable development space. I think there are a lot of those Bahamians abroad across the world who would be driven to come home and use the skills that they have. We have Bahamians who are engineering for Canadian defense, Bahamians who are the first as Black people, Black women, Black leading in spaces that are intellectual beyond, who have control over hundreds of millions of federal dollars. These are Bahamians who are doing these things. I just met a was introduced to a young Bahamian man who was the city town planner who negotiated the biggest deal in Ottawa's history with a tech company that'll be bringing in, I think, about $3 billion. That's a
City
young
town
Bahamian.
planner. We need him to come home. We need him.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we got less than a minute. Just want to ask what the overall outcome when this is done. What are we hoping will be achieved by this, and what differences will we be able to see? Tangible differences will we see after this? Now, how's you want to start?
Yeah, it's a trade mission. So trade missions, the overall goal is always, what are the investments that we hope to come out of this? With any trade mission, the goal is that we can say that we have MOUs or deals that are going to be signed soon thereafter, bringing in investment and partnerships. That dollar amount, I can't give you. But what we've seen so far is a lot of generated interest in the companies, and we like that. That excitement between Bahamian companies and Canadian companies looking at each other, that is something that I know on the ground, that's the beginning, and it normally ends in a very good state. So we look at trade missions as the opportunity to generate that level of interest and investment, but the dollar value I can't tell you until they sign some deals.
Okay.
Yeah. For us, it's the exact same, Dwight. One of the things that we are intentional about this year is bridging that gap between international markets and the Bahamian market. And so it's important for us to not only bring those markets to the Bahamas, but also expose our members, to those markets through international trade missions. And so we note that a lot of our members are actually already doing business with Canada. That's where they source their goods and services. And so it makes sense. It's just an extension to our mission to ensure that these markets are accessible, and we, as best we can, reduce the cost of doing business while increasing the ease of doing business. And I'd be remiss if I don't thank my team. They're very small, but they're very mighty. And Charo Morley is on top of her game with this.
The best.
I know, right? As well as Shavia Sands, Shanisha Barrows, and Akila rumor.
Excellent stuff.
Thank you so much.
And this is all next week, right here in
Yes,
Nassau.
sir.
A lot of exciting things going to be going on next week. All right, so Nahaja Black, First Secretary and Consul with the Bahamas High Commission out there in Ottawa. And I hope I'll get to see you next week, Nahaja.
Yes, my friend. You'll see me next week. I'll pop by.
Okay, wonderful stuff. And Dr. Leah Roll, good to have you
Always
as
a
always.
pleasure.
I'll see you next month.
Thank
Timothy
you.
Ingram, hope you're still there as always. And Candy Gibson with Foam, keep up the great work that
Yes.
you are doing. Thank you all for being here this morning.
Thank you.
For our
Thanks for
monthly
having us,
series.
Dwight.
Thank you. It's our Chamber Hour series with the Bahamas Chamber of Commerce and Employers Confederation. We're going to be back in just a minute to wrap things up. But thanks to the guests, this is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9.
With escalating global conflicts, are you ready for what's next? Join us at RF Bahamas Economic Outlook on March 12th at Bahamar, where top global and local experts will break down the key economic, political, and social trends shaping our future. Hear from Admiral Mike Rogers, former head of U.S. Cyber Command, and more. Plus, gain CPD credits, powerful insights, and high-impact networking all in one day. Don't miss out. Secure your spot now at rfbeo.com. That's rfbeo.com. RF Bahamas Economic Outlook. See you there.
Dominica Republic, destination for the team. When an all-expense paid trip for 2 by signing 3. Or more money transfers to any. Get to see just how it feels. Yeah, esto está caliente. De Barrias, really hard to tell. Hola from the DR. Taking pictures for the gram just to show you we are. GK Money be the motion, papi mamacita. Go to Grace Kennedy, the team is ready to start because Dominica Republic, destination for the team. With an all-expense paid trip for 2 by signing 3. Or more money transfers to enter. What a deal. With Western Union, you get to see just how it feels, yeah. To see just how it feels, yeah. With Western Union.
You work hard for your money, so let your money work hard for you. With as little as $1,000 to start, you can watch your money grow by investing in CFAL's Bahamian dollar and US dollar mutual funds, each tailored to match your unique investment profile. Our expert advisors are dedicated to crafting personalized investment strategies to help you achieve your financial goals. Don't miss out on the chance to earn higher returns on your hard-earned money. Join the thousands of investors who trust CFAL and start your journey toward financial freedom today. Visit us at cfal.com to learn more about our saving and investment options. And let us help you build wealth so you can live well. CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
It is time for your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. The economic potential for space tourism in the country already being seen, with many people coming to the Bahamas for the first landing of a SpaceX Falcon 9 first stage booster rocket. That's according to Bahamian rocket scientist and consultant for the government, Aisha Bowe. Bowe telling us that Norman's Key is already sold out, and that that's an example of how far people will go to get a great seat to witness something like a booster returning from the edge of space and landing itself on an autonomous barge. Today, SpaceX will land its rocket booster in waters between the Exumas and Eleuthera, making history for the Bahamas as the first country to host the first of many booster landings to come. Bo says the value propositions for Bahamians from this partnership with SpaceX are plentiful, just as they've been for Florida's Space Coast, where NASA operates from. She explained that visitation to the Space Coast is a $3 billion industry. SuperValue says it came to an agreement with the Consumer Protection Commission that their employees should not be changing price labels on items that are set to be restocked on shelves. SuperValue's president, Deborah Simonet, telling Guardian Business yesterday that the company's team had met with the CPC about a video that went viral last week showing a customer chastising a SuperValue employee for changing labels on products. Simonet didn't go into any further detail on the matter, but referred Guardian Business to the CPC's statement on the matter. That statement saying that it was made aware of a video circulating on social media depicting an employee who at a local food store changing the price labels on items set to be restocked on the shelves. The 1 minute and 43-second video recorded by a civilian suggested that the employee was replacing older, lower prices with higher prices on existing stock rather than on newly acquired inventory, and that this had raised significant concerns among consumers regarding fair pricing practices. The CPC said representatives met with the owner and executives of the establishment to address the concerns raised by the public and clarify the circumstances surrounding the incident. And rapid changes in U.S. policy that are currently being implemented by the Donald Trump administration have effect on the U.S. Federal Reserve and will have a knock-on effect on economies in the Caribbean, including the Bahamas. That's according to Vice President of Operations at Caribbean Development Bank, Therese Turner Jones. She said during a panel discussion at the Global Interdependence Center Global Summit at the University of the Bahamas yesterday that it's something that's going to occupy the Fed and other thinkers in the U.S. as to how these rapid-fire changes, including letting go of federal workers and reducing U.S. aid, will impact policies in the region. You can read more about our comments in today's Guardian business section. In your Market Watch, recapping trading on the BISX from Monday. Your market movers, APD Limited moving 115 shares, closing at 44.64, unchanged. Commonwealth Bank moving 12,172, down 1 cent to $5.02. Consolidated Water up 1 cent to $5.42. Emira Incorporated down 2 cents to $9.75. The BISX All-Share Index closing at 3,096.61, down 0.03. That's your Market Watch, and that is your morning business report brought to you by CFAP for future generations. Duke Quesadine, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a pleasure being here.
I'll see you later in the week. You got something to come back to tell us about. We're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody, I'll be back tomorrow morning with more Morning Blend and Morning Blend Business here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green next.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.